morning, everybody. My God. Man, when stuff just breaks. Ah! My goodness. Goose morning, you beautiful little rascals. Just rustling, Mr. Danny Lemon. Canadian Jacob, Goose morning, TG Kiwi. You're all looking beautiful. You're all looking goose-tastic. Guess what, chat? The date, it works. The date works. The camera works. So many things. So many things. My goodness, how the heck are you guys? I feel like it's been a hot second since we saw each other. For those who know, we did a Goose Evening live not too long ago. Thursday night, we tested the waters. A more casual goose. A more casual goose, a more vibey goose. I'm starting to get in more on like checking the audio levels to make sure everything's goose-tastic. Actually, no, wait. Every time we do this, I messed up my thingies. We need to put on the Oblivion NPC soundtrack, chat. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This isn't the one. This is the one. Ah. It's just a little too high. Oh, so beautiful, isn't it? Super Flip in the house. Guess who's back today? Camera guy. Camera guy, hit him. I hate you so much with a burning passion. I swear to God. I feel like you just did it to troll me. Because we did a stream without you. On Thursday. That's what's happening. I know. You don't need to tell me. I know. Benny Wheely's in the chat. Give him a billion, camera guy. There it is. There it is. We missed camera guy. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, we did a Goose Evening live. A very casual Goose Evening live on Thursday. I want to say there's a 90% chance we're going to do one tomorrow. I have an idea for what we can do tomorrow. I just need to pick the right time. I actually don't know what the right time would be for a late night stream, because some of you guys it's afternoon for the morning, and obviously for others it's morning for the morning, but I don't know what would be the right time, like 6 p.m. 7 p.m. I feel like a later time, 7 p.m. to like 9 or something like that. We vibe, we play some games. I don't know. There's a wildfire? Canadian Jacob, I didn't see you last week because I had to work a failed air show. The wildfire smoke made it so no one could fly but 2 CF-18s. My goodness. Canadian Jacob. Some fires near the oil fields in Alberta, Saskatoon. Dang. I hope everyone's okay over there, Jacob. My goodness. Wait, so if you're... Okay, so... Isn't it like 7 a.m. over there? Shout out to Jacob. Shout out to Jacob. 7 a.m. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Give him one. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. Did you guys have a great week? Did you guys have a fantastic week? I feel like my week is... You were awake at 5:30. Dude. That's insane. I used to wake up at 4 a.m. every single day to work on my YouTube and then go to work later on at 8 a.m. So I'd use those 4 hours of crunch time to work on my YouTube. And I gotta tell you, the amount of just focus you get at that time is absolute insanity. It's insane how productive you can be. Guys, let me know if you can hear the fan. I got a fan in here because last time the camera died over heat. And it's hot. As someone who's in a red vest, I'm just saying. What happened to my Oblivion music? It just died. $4 a.m. is too early. I've since stopped. But now I'm having trouble waking up earlier than like I put my alarms at 6 a.m. today, and I just stay in bed until 7. I always wake up between 5:30 and 6 a.m. during the week and 5:30 and 7 a.m. on weekends. That's, you know what? That's a good thing because then you're at least your body's staying consistent. If you keep flip-flopping, zoopity-bopping, then I feel like you just, your body's like groggy. Your body's like, I don't know what's happening here. Yo, this NPC music that I'm listening to right here, it's okay, I found the right one. My God. There we go. There we go. Chat, today is a beautiful Goose Morning, okay? It's a beautiful July 27th. You know what really upset me the other day? I looked at my most recent upload on the main YouTube channel. May 25th. May 25th. That means that I've been working on this freaking next video for 2 months. Chat, I really hope that you guys like this next I Play Every, because I swear to God, I'm dying. I'm dying. I've never worked so long on a single project in my life. Hoping to have it ready for next Saturday. I'm really hoping. I'm going to be grinding like crazy to make it next Saturday because I need to move on to a next video because I'm creatively bankrupt. I want to move on to something else and then express myself. You know? I need an expression. I need an expression. First time chat, delusional Aaron. Oh, Aaron, you're beautiful. You're goose-tastic. We'd love to have you here, camera guy. Get him! I switch from days to nights, and it's a killer. Goose Morning, y'all. What a gentleman and a scholar. What a gentleman and a scholar. We love you, delusional Aaron. Chat, can we just get some hearts for first time chat, delusional Aaron? Okay? Because he's one of us. Aaron is one of us. There it is, Jacob. Mwah! 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 There it is, just rustling. Mwah! I love it. You guys are gentlemen, gentle geeses, and scholars. I've said it once, and I'll say it again. Chat, we're going to start this right because today's show, we're going to be talking a little bit of Concord news. It's not looking good for Concord, I'll be honest. There's some Overwatch news that I thought was fascinating as someone who's doing an I Play Every Blizzard game. Gonna have to modify the script just a smidge for Overwatch 2. There's some news there, some decisions they made for Overwatch. We'll talk about that in a second. The Screen Actors Guild, this is the basically the union of, actors. They're filing issues with video games over AI, so I thought we'd give that a quick how do you do. And guess what? This one, it's like I'm on the fence about how I feel about it, but there's inside Microsoft, the World of Warcraft team has set up a union. It's like the second union to be set up since the Blizzard acquisition. I'm curious how that's going to go, man, because $1 trillion companies and unions, I don't think they really get along real well, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they really get along. Also, chat, remind me at the end. Remind me, okay? Remind me, chat. Hold on. Chat. Remind me at the end. To shave, no. Remind me at the end to query y'all for some questions. I'd like to finish the show with questions because I feel like we just do something and then it just does a hard stop. I feel like with questions we'll have more of a slower ramp up to the end of the show. I think it's more fun that way. So we're gonna try that this week. So remind me if I forget because I have the memory of a goldfish, of the average TikTok user, of which I'm one. Woo! I really love that zoom feature. It's a nice feature. All right, let's also everyone who joined the Discord, you guys are freaking goose-tastic. Made a couple modifications there. I love it. I absolutely love it. Camera guy, swap us over for the first Wordle of the day. There it is. There it is. Let's full screen this puppy. Yeah, that's right. Let's get rid of that. That's from our Goose Evening Live. Camera guy, press the play button for me. Just kidding, I do it. Camera guy does nothing. Does a little bit of things. Chat, as you know, we try to beat this in 3. Every week we do a Wordle, first thing in the morning, to make sure our brains are sharp. Punch Spoilder, did you not get a link? Guess what? Hold on. Camera guy, back to me. Oh. Camera guy, I'm blushing a little. Oh my god. Is it hot in here or is it just me? Hold on. Let me set today's link. Because I only put the link in the Twitch stream so we get the right people. Okay? Said it a few times. And I'll say it a few more. Some rascals out there. There's some rascals out there. Hold on. Check this out. Boom! If you want to join the Discord, we're in beta. It will be a paid Discord some point in the future, but anyone who joins now, because you guys are obviously the OGs joining the stream, it's going to be free for you guys forever. That's my way of giving back. And right now it's in beta. I've labeled it in beta because I'm trying to make improvements as I see the engagement or lack of engagement. There might be some slow channels. There might be some great channels. I'm looking at it every day and then making tweaks to make it better. That's just how I work. That's the software developer way. All right? You just keep tweaking every day. Let me pin that for y'all. I'm gonna pin it for y'all. What the heck? There's no pin for like 2 hours? What's the matter with you? Huh? All right, did that work? Chat. Timer must be between 30. Just stop it. Just stop it. Oh wait, manually Okay, there we go. DevOps, my man. Camera guy, back to me. As you guys know, chat, we do our Wordle first thing in the morning. It's just pure chaos over here. So we gotta beat this Wordle in under 3. We've yet to do it. For some reason, we're not as sharp as we thought we were. We're not as sharp as we thought we were. You could see that it's getting to me. I'm growing what no one would call a beard. Look at this patchiness. Chat, this looks cool, right? Be honest. This is cool, right? Chat. Please tell me this is cool. Is this side cool? This side's cooler, but this is still cool, right? It's not bad. You guys are... Looks too necky. You're saying I need to shave from here? No one taught me these things. Should I just do the goatee? But then I look like... I look like Breaking Bad. Mr. 10. Alright, chat. Alright, chat. I thought my morning was doing well, but no. Shave it right after this, you sick. I actually have to shave it. I have one more shot I have to do for the next I Play Every. So I have to shave it because then it just looks weird if I just have a beard in like one video and then it's like the other. I look completely different. Oh, it's the worst. That's something no one tells you about YouTube videos. Like if it takes a long time to shoot your YouTube videos, if your hair grows, you look different. I don't think anyone cares. Probably in my head. You have the jawline, you don't need a beard. Frickin' Benny Wheelie. Alright, chat. First time. We're gonna nail it first time. I'm gonna use poles. That's not poles. Poles. We're going with poles. I don't know why. I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling it. It's got 2 vowels. Letter S, letter L. Very, very, very popular. Okay? We got 4 popular ones. P's just a curveball. Is that how we're starting it today, chat? Is that how we're starting it today? With 1 letter. Canadian Jacob entry. It's not bad. Oh, that's why you said moist earlier. It's not bad. Heavy entry. I like entry because it knocks out the E at the start. Trine is also solid. Solid. Never played any of those games. Always saw them. Always saw them. Never played them. Can't believe they made 3. I'm doing entry. But the thing... I'm like knocking out no more vowels. Let's get one with a lot of vowels in there. Like exit. No, I can't do that. Trip. Treat. Groon. Faroon. I can't use exist because it has an S. Mr. Danny Lemon! Oh, guide's not bad. Guide's not bad. We got multiple vowels in here. I'm doing it. I'm locking it in. Holy guacamole. It's possible. Chat, spam hearts in the chat for Punch Sploder. I want hearts in the chat for Punch Sploder. We found a possibility for 3. Canadian Jacob, beautiful person. Camera guy, when I say hearts, you do exactly. Like, wake up. Wake up. Guide. Okay, so we could be like... No. It could be like... Oh, juice. Juice. Quiet? Oh, quite. Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. Juice is good. I feel like it's going to be either quite or juice. I'm scared. We never get it in 3. We never get it in 3! Alright, let's lock it in. I'm going to go with my gut on this one, chat. I feel confident about this. Watch this. I'm not even going to look at the camera. I mean, the screen. I'm going to look at the camera. I'm not going to look at the screen. We're locking it in. 3, 2, 1. We win. Woo! Yo! Let's go, baby! Let's go, chat! Today's our day! Today's our day! Today is our day! Get out of here, Moist Critical! Get out of here, Ludwig! Get out of here, Asmongold! Get out of here, Lyric! Get out of here, Timmy the Tatman Taylor! It's the Goslings, baby. It's our time to shine. Timmy Tenders! I love it. Whoop. All right. We did that, but now can we beat connections? As we do. Let's unzoomify. All right, chat. Let's knock out a connections. As we do, once we beat our Wordle, we're already on a streak. We can do connections. I feel like we only won 1. We got tangent. It's clearly a trigonometry, radius trigonometry. Babe, pig in the city. Babe, pig in the city. Pigs can be snacks. People eat bears. Reverse. Like to reverse things. I won't lie. Okay, wait. We got fox. Bear. What the heck are these connections? Ah! Yield. That's a programmer thing. You know? You're dealing with async functions. You want to yield? Look it up, chat, alright? Look it up. Like, yield, generate, produce. To bear? To bear? Yield, reverse, detour, right? Oh, like we're talking like these are... Okay, I see what you're saying. It's like driving things. Detour, right. I'm going to go with Jacob here. I'm going with Jacob. He got up early. Jacob, I swear to God, first ban of the day. First ban of the day. Jacob! All right, hold on. If I have a tangent, it's like I'm going off of a tangent. I'm going out over here. I'm yielding. I have a digression. It's an aside. I'm locking it in. I think yield is the one that doesn't belong. Yield, produce, generate, bear. I think that's true. Let's lock that one in a second. This one, I feel confident. Tangent, digression, aside. A snack? Oh, a detour. Silly guy. Punch Exploder says yield, produce, generate, and bear. I couldn't agree more. And if we're wrong, I'm gonna scream. But I don't need to scream because Punch Exploder's never wrong. Okay? You can ask him the day, the exact second you're gonna die. He knows. Punch Exploder, when's it gonna happen? Tell me. Give me the exact second. How it happens? Actually, don't. Now we're getting morbid. It's a morning show. Right, reverse, or radius. Babe, Fox, Snack 10. Babe, Fox, Snack 10. For people who are good looking. Oh. I feel like it's kind of creepy when people say you're a snack. Isn't that a little creepy? Babe, I get. I feel like no one says... Like, I feel like that's a boomer thing to be like, she's a babe. You know? I don't think folks are saying that anymore. She's a 10 for sure. Folks aren't saying she's a fox. We gotta bring Fox back. You guys are foxes. I'll tell you that. You guys are beautiful little foxes. And what does a fox hunt? I assume gooses. I don't know. I can't confirm that. Goose is the whole lunch. Frickin' right. I'm glad someone sent it. You know, camera guy, you could have said it. But you didn't say it, did you? Oh, check this out. Reverse, it's all just a bunch of R's. Like R, get it? Like R. Radius is the symbol R. Right, R. Reverse, R. So this is it. I want to lock that one in first just because I came up with it. Okay, fight me, chat. Fight me. Just take me outside. It's all R's. Words represented by the letter R. www.goosesright.com. Solid. Hottie. Chat, we're all hotties today. We're on fire today. Camera guy, to me. I feel like the beard... What would you call this? The goose scruff? I feel like it just... I don't know. Every time I get to this point, I'm like, do I try to go further? I don't know. I just saw myself in the camera. I was like, that's a stranger right there. Cam the Ram 54, you little rascal. Cam, did we give you an air horn? There's your air horn. Camera guy, way to be synced. Cam the Ram 54 is our hottie of the day. Did we make that a thing? Mr. Danny Lemon for second ban of the day. Mr. Danny Lemon. Oh boy. Real quick, chat. I actually want to test something with you guys. Who is cooler? Hold on, chat. This is gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. Wait. Who is the bigger hottie? Okay, hold on. Chat, are you holding? Oh, I've never tried this. I'm trying this. Chat. There's a poll right there. I've just posted in the links. I posted in the link. And now? Camera guy. I want to see. What's the answer? I'm dominant. Okay. Okay. Chat, don't you start with me. Actually, no, give you. It's getting hot in here. Take off all your chats. That's what they say. Don't ask questions. You don't want the answer. Chat, you guys are more beautiful. But look, chat, I only made one vote. If you guys think you're so beautiful, which I think you're beautiful, I tell you every time you follow, I say you're beautiful, you're goose-tastic, and we love to have you here. That's what I say. Come on. More confidence in yourselves. Okay, so the poll does work. Whoa! I love it. I love it. The poll works. We're going to use that in a second. All right, chat. You remain calm over there, all right? You're pushing it. You're pushing it. Nah, you're not, chat. You guys are beautiful. All right, that works. I really like that. Okay, camera guy to me really quick, and then play us the theme song because we're going to hit up the first news of the day, and if we don't hit up the first news of the day, I'm going to throw a bucket at you. Okay? So we're going to be synced. We're a little rusty. Hit us up with the news. I love it. Click syncaroo. Shout out to camera guy for actually getting it. Shout out to you. You got it. First try, too. Holy smokes. Holy guacamole. Jeez. Is it a boomer thing to say holy guacamole? Is that a boomer thing? I feel like it's a little bit of a boomer thing, and I'm the only one doing it. Same thing with holy smokes. I don't think anyone's doing that except for me. Chat, here's the first news of the week. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is now available on Game Pass, okay? As of 3 days ago, July 24th, every single person and their dog who have a subscription to Xbox Game Pass, you know, the extremely confusing subscription service Microsoft has set up. If you have it, specifically Game Pass Ultimate, you can now play Modern Warfare 3, the campaign, or lack thereof. Apparently, there's nothing there. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. I saw Bacon said hi in the chat. Bacon, that's for you. Okay? Good sync. Good sync. I like it. Yeah, so it's available and the multiplayer. And guess what? This guy installed it. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. 200 gigabytes. 200 gigabytes to install Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Chat, do we like that? Yes, no. Do we like that? Yes, no. Yes, we like it. No, we hate it and wish it would go away forever. And Activision Blizzard would figure it out because, dear God, 200 gigabytes is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And quite frankly, I'm sick of it. So let me just break down what happened because I thought it'd be fun to talk about this. Okay, chat. We got an old patented goose tangent. Let me tell you. I installed this to play with the boys. Okay? Chat, should I do a stream with the boys? Should we do a Goose Evening Live with the boys? Because if we want this, we could make it happen. Okay? That's a question for you guys. Now, I installed this 200 gigabytes of Call of Duty Modern Warfare for the boys. That's what I would do for the boys. And quite frankly, I did it. And here's what happened, chat. Here's what happened. I launched this game on the Xbox PC app, and I gotta tell you, that app, it's not the best app, okay, but I launched it. I launched this game like you wouldn't believe. It was the greatest launch I'd ever seen in my life. There's never been another launch like this. I launched it. Black screen. Black screen. I waited 10 minutes. Nothing. 15 minutes. Nothing. So I killed the game. Launched it again. 5 minutes. Nothing. 10 minutes. Nothing. So I reboot my PC. Launch it again. It doesn't work. It's just black screen. Now I'm thinking, did I just spend 200... Well, did I just waste like whatever long it took to download 200 gigabytes of a game? Basically, a very significant part of my hard drive. Did I just waste all that time? And it doesn't even work? Did I forget the title again? God. Ah! Hold on. Goose Morning live chaos unfolds with the chat. It's wild, y'all. For real, for real. Classic Goose. You little rascals. You little rascals. There, it's changed. All right? It's changed. It's changed. So anyways, here's the thing, chat. I freaking have to reinstall this game. I had to reinstall this game. What world are we living in where one of the most successful games in the world on one of the richest companies' downloader, the Xbox Game Pass app, had to be reinstalled? I don't even know if it's going to work. I really don't even know. I have it ready to rock. I'm going to try it. Maybe end a stream if we want. And, dude, it's so frustrating. But here's the thing. It gets even worse because, chat, I have a confession. This week, I decided to play Assassin's Creed Mirage. Now, let me preface this by saying I bought a physical copy of Assassin's Creed Mirage on sale in November. I bought that, and I bought Final Fantasy 16. So I bought both of these physical copies because I wanted to play them. I got them on PS5. That's where the deal was. And quite frankly, I like to get a decent amount of games on PS5 and Xbox. I don't know where you guys play your games. Like, single-player games, I tend to play on PS5. Multiplayer games, I play on Xbox. I just really like the controller on the Xbox. I really, really do. So anyways, I got Final Fantasy 16 and I got Assassin's Creed Mirage. And so I pre-installed these puppies, okay? I pre-installed them in November. Ready to go on my PlayStation 5. Ready to rock. This past week, I finally have a second to play one of these games. Now, to be completely transparent, I did play Final Fantasy 16, and I liked it a while back, and I want to get back to it. But today, or this week, I was feeling like, let's finally try this Assassin's Creed Mirage. I had dipped out of the Assassin's Creed ecosystem since Black Flag. And the reason is, there's this thing that happens inside of... Wait for it, hold on. There's this thing that happens in Assassin's Creed where you're running, because you hold the button to run, right? And then if you hit the corner of a wall, you just start going up it, and you just go in a direction that you didn't intend. That happened all the time, and by Assassin's Creed Black Flag, it had gotten too much. It was annoying me. It annoyed me to no end. Okay, I know a lot of people love that game. I have a giant phobia of open water, so it's not my favorite game. Because of the water. And the mysterious sea creatures under there. That's why I dislike Sea of Thieves. Anyways, I launched Assassin's Creed Mirage. And this is how I know that AAA games are cooked. Okay? Because I pre-installed this game, like I said, in November. I launched my PlayStation 5 last week. I had about an hour to kill. I was like, I'm going to play some Assassin's Creed Mirage. So I launch it on my PlayStation 5. Immediately, my PlayStation 5 says, hey, we have a system update. I go, okay. I go through that. Okay, it does its little update. I think it takes like 5-10 minutes. Whatever. I go on my phone the whole time. I'm answering comments on Instagram, okay, or Twitter, wherever I am. So I do that. Then I get into the game. I have to do a small update on the game. I figured, you know what, since I pre-installed this from November, I get it. It makes sense, it's totally fine, it happens. So I do that. That's another couple minutes. That one wasn't a big one. I launched the game. I'm locked into this CG cutscene of like Assassin's Creed 15-year anniversary, like where a bunch of all the Assassin's Creed characters are in gold in this CG trailer. It's like very nice and beautiful. It's fine, but also it's like 10-15 seconds. I just want to play. You're wasting my time. Why am I locked into this? So, okay, whatever. It's a CG trailer, whatever. I just want to play the game. I finally get into the menu. I launch the game. Okay, so I get into the menu. I press start to start the game. I get not one, not two, but three menus. Three menus asking me how I want to experience the game. The first menu, do I want to play on... No, the first menu was asking if I wanted to have menu text-based narration on. Chat, I need to open this up to discussion. What is the point of menu text narration? What is the point of it? Why is my throat so... I need water. What is the point of text menu narration? What is the point of that? Is it for people who can't see? Because then how do they play the game? But then how do you play the game? If you can't see, if you have visual problems, how would you play the game? It doesn't matter if the menu's talking to you. You can't play the game because you can't see. What is the point? Am I insane? I feel like no one's talking about this. It's in every game now. It's like, do you want menu narration? I get it's for accessibility, but who's it accessible for? Like, to me, if you have text-based narration on, it's so you can't see. You can't see the text. But if you can't see the text, then you probably can't play the game. If you're heavily dyslexic. It just seems like, chat, it seems like it's a system level option, right? In the 360 days, and I know the PS5 has this, but in the 360 days, and I guess the PS5 as well, you can just say you're an invert camera person, and then games are supposed to follow that. Why is that not a thing across the board? Because that was menu 1. Immediately, I don't want that. It's annoying. And also the voice is always creepy. Do you want narration on? Like, easy. Whoa. Whoa. It's just, I don't know. I get it. You're dyslexic. Doesn't that just mean that you just see words swapped around? Am I in the minority here? Chat, keep me honest. I swear to God, you better keep me honest. That's menu number 1. Menu number 2. Do I want to play on graphical mode or performance mode? It's menu number 2. Okay? Here's my problem with that. Okay? I know I'm in the minority in this. I don't even care. I do not care if it's graphical or performance. I want whatever the developer says is the best one. If I'm playing on console, just give me what you think is the best experience. Stop giving me options. Could you, like, it's just so frustrating because I feel like the time it takes me to get into a AAA game is getting longer and longer with more options. So I have to think. I don't care. I don't know, like, what does graphical versus performance actually mean? Yes, obviously one's going to look better and have lower frame rate, and one's going to have higher frame rate and less graphical. But, like, what actually is the difference? Like, if you put them side by side, if you never asked me, I would never even question it. So it seems like such an annoying question. I hate the graphical versus performance toggle. I think it's such a waste of time, and I just think it just confuses the casual person. I'm talking super casual. Okay? First time chat, Jan Michael Vincent with an I hate Modern Warfare 3. Give him one! Okay, menu number 3. Menu number 3. Look, okay, Kiwi, I know you like having graphical options. I'm just saying, for console, it makes no sense. You're not going to get the highest fidelity on a console. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you have multiple options of places to play. You have PC, Switch, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, you have Xbox One, you have Xbox One X now. Like, you have a whole family of stuff. None of the consoles are the option you choose if you want the greatest fidelity. So, What you should rely on with the consoles is you should just rely on what the developer says, hey, this is the best experience. This is the best experience. If you want to play Assassin's Creed with the fidelity you need to climb around, performance is the best. Like that's the way it should be handled on console. It's just, I don't know. Because it's just a toggle. It's just text-based toggle. You don't actually know what's good or bad. So that's very frustrating. Third menu, okay? It asks me about all the billion settings. I want you guys to know we're 25 minutes into my free hour on my AAA game experience. So whatever, I just press continue. I change my camera to invert. We're ready to rock. Okay? This is 25 minutes in. I want you guys to understand, when I watch a YouTube video, it just works. When I watch a TikTok or an Instagram reel, it just works. When I go on Twitter, it's just content. It's instant. When I listen to a podcast, instant. If I listen to the Joe Rogan podcast, they just start talking. They don't go like, hey, I'm Joe and this is Bob and blah, blah, blah. Instant. Everybody figured this out. Everyone. Games are like the last ones that are just like, yeah, we're just going to waste a lot of your time. A lot of your time. So anyways, I finally get into the game. 25 minutes in. I'm in Assassin's Creed Mirage. The game has commenced. I am immediately given a CG trailer. Okay? I'm immediately given a CG trailer for the main guy, Basim. I do not care about the CG trailer because it is clearly a dream sequence. If you don't know, the first cutscene in Assassin's Creed Mirage is just a dream sequence in which he's like, Basim is seeing demons eat him or something. And then he wakes up. Now we're in the game. We're in the game. So now, I finally get to play the game. Oh wait, I'm in an in-game cutscene now. An in-game cutscene where the game wants to give me exposition. More exposition than I need. Such lame exposition, I couldn't even tell you what happened. Because Basim wakes up, he's given some rock about some Assassin's Creed thing. He's got to go do some thing to make money for his thing. And then you'd think, okay, I can just play the game because this is like, the game started with 15 years of like Assassin's Creed, so everyone's been playing it for a while. Okay? Doesn't prompt me for how long I've been playing it, doesn't check anything, of course not. And so for the next 10 minutes, I have to follow around a slow NPC for the next following missions. That's right. I have to go do a bunch of stuff as the game tries to teach me how to play, and I literally have to follow the NPC. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? When the NPC's like, hey, we got to do this thing. Do you remember when Bob stole your lunch money? And you got to follow how I climb these buildings so we can get Bob back. And then you have to literally follow the NPC verbatim. And I tried going faster than the NPC because I was like, I know how to do this. You hold a button to run in Assassin's Creed, and then you just like push the stick forward and you climb. It's pretty brain dead. So I did that. And then the NPC got glitched out and was like, no, you went too far. You got to come back here, let me do the thing, so then you can know how to play the game. Anyways, an hour into this AAA game experience, I just shut it off. I was so annoyed at how much of my time was wasted. I kept trying to give it a chance. I just think AAA games are so in their own world of how people want to experience games. They're filled with menus, options that don't freaking matter for 95% of players, cutscenes I don't care about, exposition that's horrible, and tutorials that should be optional. I mean, if this is my 17th Assassin's Creed, why am I doing these tutorials? Brother, why? Ew! You know what I'm saying? I understand you have to cater to a new person, but there's such a better way to handle it than what they did. Like if you're going to put a menu. Have you played an Assassin's Creed before? If so, let me just quickly show you how to play it. You do like the, what are they called? Abstergo or whatever? anyways, that was my experience. And then obviously, like that's how this whole thing started. I installed Modern Warfare 3 and it didn't even run after I installed 200 gigs. I'm just saying, these games are huge. They waste an incredible amount of time. And they cost like $100 after taxes. Thankfully, I got those on deals. And this is on Game Pass. But like, brother, AAA games, brother. Cam the Ram, if this game is so bad, maybe you should give GTA 5 a try. Just a recommendation. Oh, I played GTA 5. Some say I played all the Rockstar games. Cam the Ram. Jacob, you don't like Rogan? Well, what's wrong with Rogan? Pretty cool guy. He's a pretty cool guy. I like playing indies too, but at the same time, I like really deep experiences of story. Indies are limited based off what they can do, right? So indies typically are super great at the moment-to-moment gameplay. Indies destroy on moment-to-moment gameplay. The second there's a story for an indie game, it usually means nothing about the game changes. There's just text or some audio, right? There's no like immersion cutscenes like there would be in AAA gaming. That's what I like. Like the final boss battle of Ghost of Tsushima is straight up, it's a story beat in the form of a boss, and it's so good. It's the most cinematic thing I've ever seen in my life. Fantastic. I feel like indie games don't really get that. Like to me, indie games are just straight up, here's a game that's awesome. Every minute, you're going to do the gameplay loop, and it's awesome. Those are indie games, right? You know? Like I feel like, like Solitaire, no one would call Solitaire indie, but that's the thing I'm talking about. The moment-to-moment gameplay of Solitaire or Bomb Sweeper? Is it called Bomb Sweeper, or am I literally having a brain fart? Vampire Survivors, Slay the Spire, even Inscription. Inscription was like a good mix if you guys played Inscription. Minesweeper. What the heck is wrong with me? What the heck is wrong with me? I said Bomb Sweeper. Yeah, it makes sense. Like, it's just more expensive to do that type of stuff. Like, obviously Nintendo's not indie, but I feel like the same way with like their side-scrolling games. It's like the moment-to-moment's sort of fun. Actually, I find Nintendo's games, except for their big boy games, like I find Nintendo's games kind of boring, to be honest. I tried the Super Mario Wonder. It looks fantastic. Everything about the game looks fantastic. It's boring. For me, at least. Helldivers 2 is... Can we really say Helldivers 2 is indie if it was backed by Sony? Like, yeah, it's independent studio. Like, here's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, the idea of what indie is has changed. It's no longer independent developer, because the thing with independent developers is if you're going to go down that camp, you really have to say Valve is indie. Valve, the billion-dollar company that makes Half-Life and Counter-Strike and Team Fortress, like Dota 2, technically those are indie. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's technically indie. I agree. Like, this is what I mean. It's technically indie, but I feel like the zeitgeist of what indie means today is more like a bite-sized game that is super tuned to the moment-to-moment gameplay. To me, that's indie. Like, that's the thing. It's not trying to be cinematic or anything like that. It could be, like, Ori, even though that's backed by Microsoft, feels indie. Cuphead, indie. Slay the Spire, indie. Vampire Survivors, definitely indie. Vampire Survivors is great. Party Animals, sort of indie. I mean, it's on the fence. It's on the fence. Shout out to Party Animals, okay? I feel like no one talks about that game. The game's a W. Played it on Goose Evening Live a couple days ago. Kona looks good. I also, real quick, shout out to Bacon for just coming in the chat, slighting Nintendo. I said Nintendo was boring. Bacon just comes in. Well, I gotta find it. They are boring. I love Bacon for that. Bacon's just... Here's the thing, chat. In the gaming industry, there's a lot of fake little rascals who just say things to get clicks. Bacon is a G. Bacon straight up... Bacon's opinion, I know 100% is Bacon's opinion. I appreciate that like you would not believe, because I feel like in the age of like social media with gaming, there's so many people who just say things to get clicks. So many. It's insane. Like, I get in trouble all the time for saying BioShock 1 wouldn't hold up and I didn't like Fallout New Vegas. I get it. I get it. People hate that. I understand. But look, I'm being honest. I didn't like it. I also don't get as much trouble, but I will say all the time, Halo 5 is complete garbage. We got to mention it every stream. Every stream I got to talk bad about Halo 5. So yeah, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is on Game Pass. We tested out the straw poll, right? We could do that at the end. Maybe we play a game at the end, and maybe we do a straw poll to figure out what we do for which game we play. So that's that. Let me ask you this. We'll finish the Call of Duty AAA game rant. Are you guys happy with AAA games today? Are you happy? Are you happy? Because, like, I'm trying to think about how I want to phrase this. How do I phrase this? Slimy Roast in the chat. Give him one, cameraman. Give him one. Slimy. How do I phrase this? I don't know how to phrase this. Chat, I'm going to talk, and it might be jumbled. So just bear with me, and then let me know how you feel. Because, again, the reason I do these Goose Mornings is to have a gaming conversation with the greatest gaming community that is y'all. I straight up just love talking games. Here's the thing. With AAA games, I feel like people these days talk about what they don't like or what they did like of a game's release. It makes sense, okay? Nothing's weird about that. So, for instance, when Halo 5 came out, I could tell you straight up with pinpoint perfect accuracy what I did like and what I didn't like. What I didn't like was 99% of it, okay? But here's the thing. I feel like not many people can describe what the perfect AAA game is. You know what I mean? Like, not say what they did and didn't like, but really define what is the perfect version of a AAA game. I feel like no one really does that online. Like, for you guys, what would you say is your perfect... Like, if I said to you, I'm going to make a AAA game, what would you say it has to be in there to make it a perfect AAA game? I'm not talking about a game that exists. I'm talking about, like, what should the game do? Like, for me, I want cinematic in a AAA game. I want great cinematic performances, okay? I want great voice acting. I want the game to start in the first 30 seconds, in the middle of action. For instance, in Uncharted 2, the game immediately starts in a situation. Immediately. Like, go back and play Uncharted 2 or even Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 starts, the Normandy is on fire, you've been attacked. Now you have to figure it out. And they use that event, that catalyst, if we were to use, like, story writing things, they use the catalyst to essentially say, hey, something's going to happen, and it's going to change the direction of the story. Like, this is the catalyst to put you in the right direction. Not just like, all right, follow Bob the NPC at this very slow rate. Make sure Bob is in front of you at all times, and he's going to show you how to pickpocket this guy's pockets, and then you're playing the game in 20, 30 hours maybe. We are talking about Uncharted. Benny AC in the chat. Benny, you're looking beautiful. There's two Bennys now. I'm just saying AAA seems cooked, and I feel like no one understands what you really want. Because the amount of games that just start, I could... Do you guys know off the top of your head which games just start? Like, Red Dead 2 is a slow intro, but the game starts. The game straight up starts. Mass Effect 2, it just starts. You know, it doesn't waste time. It's in there. God bless you, Mr. Danny Lemon. Tetris. Tetris is a W. Tetris probably... Man, you know what I should do with you guys? I should try to figure out my top 10 favorite games of all time. And then we should play them on stream. That would be lit. What's going on, Wicked CCX? It's been a while, Wicked CCX, since I've seen you, little rascal. UK Max, what's up? What's going on? Morning. Spider-Man 1 just kind of starts. Kiwi. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I thought Spider-Man... What was the start of Spider-Man 2? Man, Spider-Man 2... Gameplay is so tight. Oh, yeah, the start of Spider-Man 2 is the Sandman fight. That's a perfect example, okay? Because Mass Effect 2, your ship is being attacked. There's a catalyst. You have to save the ship, save the crew. You unfortunately don't. Spoilers. And then you die. It's like literally 10 minutes, okay? Spider-Man 2, you are Spider-Man. You have Miles Morales. Awesome. They're all great. And you have to go stop giant big Sandman. Why is he big Sandman? Why is he attacking the city? What's his plan? It just says he's being hunted. Like, you figure out he's being hunted by Kraven. And so he's big guy and he's fighting everyone. Lame. What a lame catalyst. Horrible catalyst. You know? Like, wouldn't the game hit so much harder if, you know, Miles was captured immediately, or Peter was captured immediately by Kraven, knocked out. You had to go save him. You just save him on the way to, like, let's say he gets like grabbed by Kraven, and in the open they know your identity, and then you play as Miles in the first level. You have to go save him before he's taken away forever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're in. And then you're like, who is this guy? How does he know our identity? Boom! First level. You're locked and loaded. I need to know who this guy is. We got to learn more about this Kraven guy. We got to figure out what he's about and why. How does he know our identity? And then you like see him like taking more and more people. Man, they messed up that game storyline so bad. It's such a shame. Such a shame. Because it's such a good feeling game, but the story is just weak. Anyways, what a tangent. What a tangent. It did look beautiful. It did look beautiful. Kiwi says in the chat, the graphics in the classroom at the start were so bad for some reason. I totally agree. It looks weird. I felt like the faces had a downgrade. I made a video on my YouTube where I talked about most of the faces. Miles looks good. Peter's face, his new face. Look, I'm going to be honest with y'all. The original Spider-Man face, Spider-Man PlayStation face comparison. It's not even close, chat. It's not even close. It's not even close, chat. Which one? Tell me in the chat right now. Which one did you guys prefer? Original? Remaster? I need to know. Because to me, it's not even close. It's not even close. Original. That's what I'm saying. Yes. 1,000 times. I have no idea why they changed it. I know they said it's better for cinematic performance. I didn't notice any difference whatsoever. Did you guys notice any difference in the performances? Because I'll be honest, when I'm playing the game, the camera's locked to the back of Spider-Man's head, and I just listen to the voice, and it's incredible. In the cutscenes, I didn't notice any performance difference. This face is incredible. This face looks like a seasoned Spider-Man, and this face was like a perfect mix of Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. This one just straight up looks like Tom Holland. It looks like they were just going for like. It looks like they were bending backwards for. Hold on, dude. One is insanely more detailed. Insanely more detailed, and that's on PS4, by the way. This is the remaster, obviously, as well. So, but I'm saying like, dude, Yeah, what were they thinking? I love this. Because, like, in this Spider-Man game, Spider-Man's supposed to be at it for, like, 8 years or something. That's why he gives the mantle. Well, spoilers. Stupid decision. Oh, so stupid. So stupid. So much of that was stupid. Also, Mary Jane starting a podcast is so stupid. So stupid. So cringe. Can you imagine talking on camera once a week? I didn't like it. Man, this looks so good. Yeah, Kiwi says in the chat it was something to do with the voice actor being different to the motion tracking actor. Whatever their decision is, at the end of the day, if it makes it easier for them, that's one thing, but it's not supposed to be easier for the devs. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be better for the customer, the client. And I derive more value and a better experience off the first face. And for everyone, including the voice actor who says, with all due respect, who says just get over it. I'm sorry. This is a downgrade. And at the end of the day, when you're making games, you're trying to make, like, you're selling to a customer. You want the best experience for that customer. And so to me, it's just like, remaster is wish.com, Tom Holland. Yo, that's a good one. I like that. And also true. Not my Peter. Not my Peter. I tell you what, it's probably not the only thing people are feeling because, hold on, ladies and gentle geese. We got some Concord news. We're late on our news tangents. Camera guy. Boom. And of course. Camera guy, I told you to set up the thing. I told you to set it up, you freaking little rascal. You're a little rascal, and I swear to God, you were born in Rascalton, Ohio. Anyone from Rascalton, Ohio? Rascalton. Hold on. I came prepared this time. Check this out, chat. Check this out. Boom. There you go. You guys have your own little background. Isn't that cute? Chat, Concord's second free weekend on PS5 defies logic with the 8% player drop. Concord, we love you. We wish you the best. We want everyone to succeed. But it's not looking good. It's not looking good here. Concord PS5 beta player count defied logic over the last weekend with the second more accessible test for the 5v5 shooter proving less popular than the first. To be honest, I want to play it, but you got all these rules for PlayStation, PC. Like, stop. Just put it on both. Let us play. Because I would have streamed it, but I'm not going to plug in my PlayStation 5 through a capture card through this whole nightmare. Do you know how many plugs are in this room at max capacity? My PC is filled on every single USB port. Like, it's insane. It's insane. You want to throw in another one with a PS5? Easy. Come on. While I'm still looking forward to collecting Concord trophies on release, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. You're not collecting trophies at all. You're not gonna. First time chat. Alamo 1983. Camera guy, hit him. You're beautiful, Goosecast. We'd love to have you here. It's looking increasingly like players will not flock to the game on release without incentive. Oh my goodness. Sony's first live service game, Concord, had beta issues on PS5. This is normal. On PS5, Concord's first early access beta performed 8% better than the second open beta. Okay, you just said the inverse. Okay. The early access beta was initially for pre-orders only, but later opened up to all PS Plus subscribers. The open beta was open to all, but it looks like PS Plus served a better advertisement. Oh my God. Okay, so the first one was only for PlayStation Plus users, so it's a subset, and then it became open to everybody? Who played the Concord beta? I wanted to, but again, I don't have time to think about the different beta times. It's such an annoying thing. Open it or don't. I feel like you do a surprise thing. You're like, we got a beta, go, boom. Bacon. Okay, Bacon played it, deleted it after an hour. So Bacon did not like it. Kiwi, I feel like Goose, you're the kind of guy who would forget to install their IO shield respectfully. Oh man, you should have seen the first time I built my PC. It was a nightmare. It took 4 hours and I was sweating the whole time. Your boy got shook. Benny Wheelie played both PS5 and PC. It was flat out awful. That bad, eh? Because I'll be honest, from the gameplay, it just looked like Destiny. Wicked just forgot about the game entirely. I don't think you're alone. I don't think you're alone. What did you guys not like about it? Balancing broken, some characters were unusable, boring gameplay. I will also say that the characters they made, a little uninspired. Like this one, ain't no one, like, again, you know how like we just talked about like Marvel's Spider-Man stuff where they're changing the stuff for the devs to make it a better seamless experience for creating the game rather than making it for the users who actually are going to be playing the character and experiencing the character? This is the same thing with like Concord and all these hero shooters. Like, I feel like they just don't understand what Blizzard did, okay, with Overwatch. Because when I look at this character, number one, I don't want to play this character. This character looks like the weirdest character of all time. This looks weird. And most of their character designs are that way. At the end of the day, number one, I have to be invested in the look. I want to be that person. Like when I play World of Warcraft, I want to play the big, thick orcs. When I see Warhammer Space Marine, and you got the big, giant, lugging Space Marines, I want to be a Space Marine. When I play Halo, I want to be Master Chief. When I play Call of Duty, I want to be Nicki Minaj. No. With Concord here, I don't want to play as any of these characters that I've seen so far. Maybe the lizard guy, if I recall correctly. There was a lizard guy. So that's number one. Number two, what a lot of these hero shooters don't understand is the reason people are tied to Overwatch more than the other hero shooters is, yes, it came out first, but Overwatch did something that most hero shooters don't do. Most hero shooters come up with some weirdo design that they think players are going to play as, which they obviously don't want to play, and then that's just it. There's just there's a cavalcade of weirdo designs. You get to choose which one. They each have abilities, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Siege is like this. Concord clearly like this. What was the one made by Gearbox? Gearbox made one. What was it called? It died like immediately. Oh man, it's escaping me. What was the Gearbox game? You get played as like mushroom people. You guys know what I'm talking about? Oh my god, it's killing me. It's killing me. Grown? No. Battleborn. I got there, chat. Yeah, Battleborn, the same thing. This is what Overwatch did. Overwatch made the characters interesting to play. People want to play as Reaper. People want to play as Roadhog. People want to play as Junkrat. Then they added countries in it, so you felt tied to that character, even if you didn't care about the character. So they added that relatability. And then they made each character have their own story. Story matters so much more than most players are willing to understand. The reason people want to play as the Robot Bastion is A, he looks cool, but B, his story was incredible. That CG trailer was awesome. The story of Genji and Hanzo being these brothers that are just separated and Genji almost dying for not playing the objective. Sorry, just had to get it out there. Same thing. Tracer, her story of the Overwatch gang with Winston and Tracer being this Australian, like, all these things, they matter. The story, it makes you want to play the character. Is there even a story in Concord for these characters? Like, it seems like the most surface level thing of all time. Anyways, I digress. I'm sure many of you are screaming at the screen with one word right now. PS Plus. That's 2 words, sir. Right? It's just Kess. That's 2 words, madame. You'd be right, of course, you clever dogs. You clever clogs? What the? Is this some type of meme that I don't understand? Clever clogs? Chat, I'm sickened. I'm absolutely sickened. Anyways, Concord's first beta was open to all PS Plus players, presumably because developer Firewalk decided the initial pre-order sample size wasn't big enough without all the players using Sony's subscription service. It looks like that announcement is the reason that Concord's first week was more successful. How does it... What? While the open beta has less players than the early access beta appears to defy logic, PS Plus changed the game. Any multiplayer gamer who'd be interested in playing Concord's brand of 5v5 arena shooter would naturally have PS Plus, so access multiplayer. So with the announcement of early access coming to PS Plus, this would have naturally rung the bell of hardcore audience to the first weekend. I thought it was the inverse. I do think that Concord has a PS Plus problem now because the game essentially validated itself as free. Yeah, that's true. I do feel like Concord has valued itself as free to play with this open beta. This game launching at $40. Goosey clever clog. Can we just make that a staple of Goose lore? Goose Morning lore? Clever clogs? I'm a clever clog. What does that mean? Do we think there's any world in which Concord comes out at $40 and bangs? I was on the fence, given how the beta would work. I was like, well, if the gameplay's there and they inject story in these characters, Concord could be a banger. It could be. There's always a chance. And the numbers for the beta have just been horrible. Do we think there's any world in which Concord comes out at 40 doll hairs on Friday, August 23rd? We're talking 3 weeks. And it is successful. I don't know, chat. I can't say that that's going to be a thing. I don't think this is going to be a Helldivers situation. That being said, I did have a great time playing the beta and designing a rank. Blah, 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 blah. I would like to play it. Maybe it'd be a good game to play with the boys. You're tired of these free-to-play games? I'll be honest, I'm with you. I'm absolutely exhausted with them. And the reason I'm tired of these free-to-play games, we talked about this in a previous Goose Morning Live, but it feels like a free-to-play game is more of a product where the add-ons are the product rather than the game being the product and then the add-ons just being optional. Like it's like it's straight up. It's a funnel. They put you in the game for free. You play it a little bit. They give you a couple rewards, and then they just keep funneling you down to get more and more rewards, so they can get more and more of your money. I mean, the reason it's free is because they make more money. But like, man, it's just lame. Like, what happened to the days where people were just, what's the word? You had pride in your work. Like, you can't tell me anyone who makes games, who's passionate about making games, is going out of their way to be like, I want this to be free. I want this to be a free experience so I can get as much money as possible. Like, that's not a creator. That's not an artist. Like, for me, it's like they feel, I know it gets overused a lot, but they feel like corporate games. They feel like corporate games. Oh, yes. Wicked, yes. When they announced Halo free-to-play, exact same thing. Like, who does that serve besides you? You're just trying to make money off of what was a beautiful franchise that you guys killed. You freaking rascals. How that company has not been fired over 10 years of making bad Halo games. Bacon. I want that on the box, Bacon. If there is a box, I want that on the box. Bacon says, I wouldn't play it again even if it was free. W. Bacon. W. Bacon. Next news article. This one's about... Holy smokes, it's a long article. I don't think we're going to read all of it. We're definitely not going to read all of it, but we're going to try to do our best. Camera guy, hit us with the Overwatch news. No, Bacon. Halo 5 is complete dog water. How dare you? How dare you, Bacon? How dare you, Bacon? Transition. Here's the thing, chat. Blizzard's back at it again with Overwatch. If you don't know, they killed Overwatch 1. You absolutely can't buy it anymore. It doesn't exist. It's nowhere to be found, even if you have a physical edition, which I do have. I bought the game both digitally and physically, and yet I don't actually own this game. Is that not insane? How is that legal? I own Overwatch 1 physically, And I own it digitally, and yet I don't actually own the game. Where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. Stop it! Everything's falling apart. I'm like one of two people. Huh? Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Holy smokes, chat. Is that not beautiful? Chat. It's got Velcro on it. The world needs heroes. Dude, on the inside, it's orange. With the little icons. Oh, it's probably, I got codes here. There's a lot of things here, chat. A lot of things. Who wants free cards to Hearthstone? I never used this. There it is. There it is. Who wants it? Who wants a free Jaina on Heroes of the Storm? It's probably $10, actually. There it is. Jaina. Madness. Look at this. Why is this so difficult for me? And of course, look what you get, chat. Look what you get. Why is it StarCraft? No, it's just Warcraft, StarCraft, and Diablo. Oh, they just mixed it. That's what you got in those things. Yeah, that's the orange box. You're right. This is actually Valve's orange box. Oh no, I can't get it back in. I can't get it back in. That's what she said. I can't get it back in! Oh, I have a... So many things I have in here. There, I got it back in. I got it back in. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's disgusting. It absolutely disgusts me. Anyways, back where we were. So when they went to Overwatch 2, do I have any more coffee? I do. That's how you know it's quality. When they went back to Overwatch 2, here's the thing. They went from 6v6 to 5v5. Not only that, this happened in Overwatch 1, but they made it more like you have to pick a specific character. You can't have like duplicates, which I remain of the party who says when you had duplicate 6v6 teams in Overwatch, it was stupid and awesome. A team of Torbjorns was hilarious. It was the most aggravating fight ever, but when you pushed through, it was so good. It was awesome. So let's read through this a little bit and see why they did this, why they didn't. And then, of course, I will probably have to add some notes into my new video. Hey, everyone. This is from Blizzard directly. There's been a lot of talk about 6v6 lately, and it's only intensified in recent weeks since we posted our latest director's take and made a Twitter post with a promise to talk about it in the future. Well, now is the future, and that is that next piece. Okay? So let's get into it. Wait, let's not get into it yet. Holy guacamole. Someone wrote that and said, ship it. Ship that. Okay? First paragraph, immediately annoy the reader. Immediately annoy the reader. First paragraph, immediately annoy the reader. Perfect. I love it. This is a pretty complex and nuanced topic, and it gets to the beating heart of what makes the game tick. Our players have different opinions and preferences about the ideal number of players in Overwatch match, and so does our team. Look at the numbers of Overwatch 2, the player population, and then look at the numbers of Overwatch 1. Okay, so just do that, and there's your answer. We're in a microcosm of the broader community and discuss this internally. I'm hoping this piece will serve as an introduction to our own discussions and a jumping off point to engage with all of you. Again, like, this is such a non-issue, and this is something like 343 should do as well. Look, I'm answering this from the perspective of a software developer. Like, these decisions, 6v6, 5v5, They're just brain dead decisions that you, the developers, don't have to make if you really don't want to. You make a playlist, 6v6 playlist, 5v5 playlist. That's it. Then do it for a month. Look at the numbers. What did people like more? What was the retention like? What did they get higher enjoyment out of? That's it. Same thing with Halo Infinite and like classic Halo versus modern Halo. Halo Infinite has more than enough customization to make a classic Halo playlist. Just make a classic Halo playlist, test it. No clamber, no sprint, original maps, in Forge. Just test it. Run it for a month, see what players like more. If the vast majority of the players who play your game are picking one playlist over another, like, you don't have to guess. The data says this. The data says this. Chat, why do game developers... Let me just take that back. Why do corporations make this too difficult? Why? Mr. Danny Lemon, look at Goose trying to make sense. You crazy man. I am a crazy man, eh? Like, yeah, I shouldn't go down that tangent. We always go down a Halo tangent, and then it's just like, it's too toxic. Okay. I'd also like to set a few expectations and ground rules. Firstly, that's never a good sign when you do that with the community, because you basically don't want to admit defeat. That's never a good sign. Your goal as a developer with these types of multiplayer games is to open tests and let the community run those tests. Like I said, 2 playlists. You make 2 playlists and you run the test. That's it. Stop making it difficult. Measure after. That's it. There's nothing, there's no subjectivity, there's no emotion in it. It's just like, we hear you guys that you guys want 6v6 over 5v5. We kind of think that 5v5 might be better, but we want to hear you guys, so we're going to put 2 playlists, and we're going to see which one is more popular after 90 days. We're going to touch back in 90 days, make a blog post, we're going to share all the data. Full transparency. Would you guys like that if developers had full transparency like that? Like if Blizzard came out and said exactly that, or 343 came out and said, we understand players want classic and modern Halo. We have strongly believed that the modern Halo is the choice. However, we want to respect you, the player. So we're going to be making 2 playlists as a test. And we're going to be running it for 90 days to make sure that we have all the data that we can. Play these, and we're going to go back, and at 90 days after, we're going to make a blog post with empirical data of exactly what happened, the retention, and these metrics that we want to look at. These matter for the health of our game. So we're going to be doing that, and we'll look back in 90 days, and we'll see which one the community liked more, and then we can make that decision. The community won't say anything negative about that, because A, you're listening, B, you're giving them an option to vote, and then C, you are giving them empirical data that they can then, like, if they did Modern versus Classic playlist, okay, and after 90 days, Modern won by a landslide, okay, the Classic community would just be like, if the data was fully transparent, here's what was played. Landslide, 70% more retention, 70% more players, 70% more minutes played in Modern versus Classic Halo. The community is being like, oh, I guess I'm just a dinosaur. People don't like that. Okay, Halo's different, and I understand why you do that. Your business. I get it. I'm telling you. I always hated when games didn't do full transparency. They just think that, like, these higher up game developers seem to believe that you, the player, are too stupid to understand the gaming technical decisions you have to make. Look, you don't need to be an expert level software developer. As someone who is a senior software developer, you don't need to be an expert level software developer to be a game designer. It's 2 completely different talents, okay? And most game designers, I wouldn't say most, there's a giant number of game designers who don't even play games, okay? Inside baseball, there's a giant number of them. I'm sure you can guess which companies have more of those than those who don't. But, like, let's not act like this is rocket science, okay? 6v6, 5v5, let's just quickly test it. Stop thinking that the community is too stupid to understand, and just test it. Open up the data. Percentages are like, when do you learn percentages? Grade 6? It's very simple stuff. Okay, it's not like hardcore calculus here. Let's relax. Let's relax. Okay, read, Goose, you rascal. Okay, first, it's pretty long. Creators are going to lose their voices reading this one out loud. Yep, if you already have. If you like a TLDR, the what's next section should suffice. Secondly, I'm not here to tell you what you ought to like or even what's empirically better. This is a game, and your preference for fun is relative to your own taste, ability, and experience. Lastly, there are years of decisions that affect such fundamental piece of Overwatch. Some of you might be intimately aware of these, while others might not. Before diving in, I'd like to set the stage and give some context on some of the larger changes to the game that ultimately culminated in the 5v5 format we have today. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Transparency. We want this. Man, I need water. Historical context. There have been 3 large format changes to Overwatch. The first happened shortly after the game launched. This was hero limits. Before this, there could be any number of particular hero on one team. Dude, I'm telling you, that was so much fun. I loved it so much. You could have 6 Genjis, 6 Reinhardts. If memory serves me right, the winner of Team 4's first international tournament was 1 Winston and 5 Zenyatas. We called it Quinston. That's awesome. Zenyatta orbs stacked with no cap to heal all the time. It was glorious and terrifying. Dude, I love it. During early development, it was necessary to have duplicate heroes per team. Our first core combat milestone only had 4 heroes. As the roster grew, this was no longer necessary, as it also introduced issues. Overwatch heroes have very distinct kits with impactful abilities. Stacking abilities could be fun, but it posed challenges to balance many of those abilities in the game. Could be fun. Could be fun. If it's fun. I'm of the belief that when there's cheese in the game, the community will figure out a way to counter it if given enough time. I think games are patched way too often. Like way too often. Some games are patched like every 2 weeks with patch notes of like tweaking. Look, sometimes there's cheesy things and sometimes there isn't. And if you give it enough time, players will figure out how to block the cheese. The metas will change. And I never liked game developers going in every 2 weeks. That's not enough time. Not enough time. I know it seems like the right answer, but I'm telling you, every 2 weeks, you're just changing it. The combination of changes every 2 weeks makes, like, just think about that. Especially if your game like Dota 2 has like so many heroes. I know I'm probably in the minority on that, but I just think there's way too many game updates. It's too hard for players to follow. And I would just much rather let the game be a little bit cheesy and let players figure it out. Because I remember when stacking Torbjorns in Overwatch 1, the first 60% of the game would be like we'd get destroyed. But then after a while, you'd start to understand, okay, well, if we pick Genji, we can reflect them back. And if I can get like a Reinhardt in front of me that defends me and I flick it back and then destroy their turrets, like, there we go. And then I get a Mercy behind me to heal me and like buff me. So it like really, like, you know what I'm saying? There's ways you can do it. Let the community figure it out. It's like, oh, they're running the Torbjorn stack. Okay, this is how you beat it. And then people it'll just keep happening. It just always happens. The metas change. So that's my opinion on that. People reference double barrier, but back then you could have 6. Imagine cycling 6 immortality fields. I don't know what that is. The number of team compositions and strategies available was huge. The variety was great, but we didn't feel like we could ever truly balance the game without severely watering down our heroes. So we made the choice to impose a limit of each one per hero. So that's what I'm saying. It will self-balance. I disagree with that entirely. I don't know what you guys think. I'd be curious to know what you guys think, but for me, chaos, I like the chaos. It's more fun. It gives people options. And on the competitive side, they'll find way more. This is because there's way more combinations. You've effectively just gotten rid of so many combinations by making it 1 per hero. You're saying it needs to be played this way. But the original like Overwatch was, yo, there's a bunch of heroes. Get crazy, baby. That's part of the fun. At the lower level. This essentially solved the issue with ability stacking, but it did have a few side effects. It traded some of the creativity in putting together team compositions for a more consistent and balanced experience. It also took away some choice from players. Agreed. Perfectly worded. If someone wanted to play Tracer, but you were already Tracer, they would be unable to. Another thing that does not feel good from the player. A theme of this and future decisions was limiting match variety as well as player freedom and creativity in order to create a more balanced, consistent, and competitive experience for the players. Remember this point because we'll touch on it a few more times in this piece. I think the hero limit rule was a great decision. Disagree, and we would make it again. I think you're wrong. Again, you could do 2 playlists. Test it. Test it, man. Like, a great decision. For who? I feel like you put both beside. Again, this is a hypothesis. You put both beside to get the answer. And I feel like putting one and replacing it with another and then saying, like, I need to know the metrics that made you get to this. Because just saying that this is a great decision, this is the type of non-transparency that I don't like in game development. Like, this is what I don't like. You might be right that the hero limit rule was a great decision. But I'm just telling you that without the metrics to prove that, I don't believe you. Maybe he'll say it later. Also, shout out to Chipotle frickin' Bear, Yusuf Ahmed 2526, and Bristay, camera guy. Good to have you here. Oh, we got 2! Nice. The second large change to the game's format was the move from open queue to roll queue. Also hated that, which limited team compositions to 2 heroes from each role. Before roll queue, there was no enforced 2-2-2-2-2 team composition. Players had the freedom to select any role they liked once they loaded into a match. With open queue, teams had a lot of freedom and choice about what heroes and team compositions to play. There are a few problems that roll queue intended to address. Prior to implementing roll queue, there was a stark imbalance in the number of players playing each role within each match. Damage was by far, and still is today, the most popular role, and tank was by far the least popular role. In fact, seeing matches with 5 or even 6 damage players on each team was not uncommon. This role imbalance frequently led to wildly imbalanced matches between teams. The game played better when heroes from all 3 roles were selected. The game played better. Again, what metric are you basing that out of? Like, there's 2... It should be like a pyramid, right? Where the bottom level of Overwatch gameplay is horrible trash Wood League. Okay, that's me. I'm Wood League. Okay, we're talking, let me pick 6 heroes. Let me just not play the game the way, like, I'm just there to have fun. I want to play 6 Genjis with my boys, and we're just going to roll non-objective and just, like, be goofing. Okay, that's the bottom tier. The middle tier is like, okay, I'm going to try to have some counters. I'm going to try to have a little bit of strategy. Maybe we do 3 Genjis. We have 1 little tank in there for funsies. Or we go full, like, you know, maybe we do the 6, but we change it up based off the situation of who we're fighting. Okay, that's the middle. And then the top tier, this is the more hardcore players. We're talking like the, you know, I don't know what the ranks are in Overwatch. Diamond, whatever. Top tier, they wouldn't pick 6v6. They might in a situation where it makes sense. But for the most part, they're probably going to go with a better team composition for better strategy per map, per encounter. Like, this is more interesting. This is more interesting. And it lets people have fun at every level. When you put, like, top tier restrictions on Wood League, you're killing Wood League. They're just going away, which is what happened to Overwatch. And then players don't play. The game doesn't grow, and then it dies because these gold tier players just never play with anybody else. There's a high degree of churn. So again, I really think, I mean, we're going to get to it. Maybe he says this data, but actually without data, I just don't believe this. Moving to the role queue solved many of these problems and added some additional benefits to the game as well. With role queue in place, matchmaking is based on skill within a given role, not just skill overall. Some players had wildly different skill ratings per role, so the ability to matchmake around set roles provides a big, measurable boost in match quality. That I agree with. Role queue also solidified the identity of each role, and the fantasy of doing that role's job became clear. However, the switch to role queue system did have some downsides, the largest of which was longer queue times. Again, you made the player experience worse. Silly. Prior to role queue, the matchmaker was just needed to find 12 players of similar skill levels in order to put matches together. I remember the Overwatch 1 matches being the most down-to-the-wire matches. I couldn't have asked. Like, the team compositions were obviously imbalanced, but I don't know about you guys. When I played Overwatch 1, I was always in overtime in the last 2 minutes. I don't know how they did that. It was like so supremely well designed. So this is just like really jarring to read. Because when I played it, it was like you'd always hear that music like go up high. You'd be trying to push the payload last second, or you'd be defending it like with everything that you could to make sure it didn't go. I do not have that in Overwatch 2. The team tried to address this imbalance in various ways. We introduced a priority pass system that gave players who played low demand roles a shorter queue when they switched to damage. This had a positive effect for weeks, but its influence quickly faded. Here, like, you cannot force player behavior like that. You just can't. You can't. They don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. You just, yeah, I disagree with that. We also introduced systems to reward players for playing tank, eventually giving them a loot box and a bunch of XP for queuing that role. That is a great incentive. That is good. Let players play the way they want, but add XP incentives for certain roles. That is good. If you played this game for 70% of the time as tank, you get XP bonus for the time you play as tank. That makes sense. Not queuing as tank. Playing as tank. None of these were able to put a dent in demand for playing DPS. Damage queue times drifted a bit lower over time, but much of this was due to the introduction of open queue competitive and the permanent loss of damaged players unwilling to wait that long for a match. There were additional drawbacks with role queue. I mentioned earlier that many of our decisions made improvements to the game at the cost of match variety and player freedom. Team compositions were now locked to 2-2-2. This was another step to a more consistent experience within Overwatch, but sometimes consistency can start to feel samey. Yup. There were some pretty exciting metas in the pre-roll queue world, and swapping to a hero of different role mid-match was often much bigger change and more exciting than swapping to one of the same role. Like hero limits, role queue took away a part of the freedom in selecting heroes that served as the base of Overwatch, but I often wonder if the success of it as cut and dry as that is hero limits. Could there be an in-between version that softens the original problems without completely solving them? And also isn't quite as restrictive as our current role queue system. A bit more on that later. Again, we don't have to make multiple playlists. Test it. Wicked says, one of the reasons why I'm starting to dislike Rainbow Six, constantly changing the game's mechanics, making more esports friendly and less fun. Yeah, every hero shooter seems to be doing it. My other problem with like Rainbow Six for me personally is too many heroes, too much meta I need to learn. It's too much. I like the hero stuff of Rainbow Six. I think Rainbow Six would be a way more interesting game without the hero stuff, personally. Personally, for me. I think there's a better game in Rainbow Six without hero stuff whatsoever. Like, you just make loadouts. Literally, like, it's a new wave Counter-Strike. And I think you have a lot there to work off of. And I think a buy mode would be way more interesting than the hero stuff. I hate the hero stuff. It's just too much to learn. UK Max 24 says, this is just random thought. I watched all the shorts you upload recently, and I thought some of them are really good. Can make a longer video example. I played every Halo game. I mean, you literally talked about Halo. I'm happy you brought that up, UK Max. Because essentially what I do is I post out a short, not to get views. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, but I put out a short to essentially test the waters, see what people like. And if people like it, then I'll make a long form. So I want to see, because I have all the Halo games and I love Halo, but I want to know if I made a Halo video, and because like, look, I'm doing an I Play Every Blizzard game right now. This video should be coming out maybe next week. I really hope so. This is taking too long, but it's been like 2 months. So if I want to make sure that I'm doing a video like this, it's going to take 2 months. I mean, a Halo one would take less. There's dramatically less games than Blizzard, but I want to make sure that, you know, I get some sort of value out of that, because otherwise I'm just killing myself for nothing. Granted, like, you have to find the perfect trifecta of like, I really am interested in this and people are really interested in this, and together we can make something beautiful. Like, I made a video on Human Fall Flat the start of the year. I was really interested in this. Like, the story of Human Fall Flat selling more than Call of Duty, Zelda, and Diablo. Like, to me, that's insane. It blew my mind. I couldn't believe Human Fall Flat, this random indie game, had more sales than these giant franchises. I couldn't believe that. So I made a whole video on the story of that developer and that development team and how they made Human Fall Flat. And then I didn't research to see if people actually cared. So I really cared about it, and people did not care about it. Oh, you guys are so nice. You like that video? I thought it was a phenomenal video. And the stats in the video show that people really like the video because the retention is like basically flat, which is great, you know. Good job, Goose. And I love that video. I loved making that video. I would love to do more videos talking about development teams, but people didn't really care about that. So it was like, I really cared. People didn't, so they missed. And that video, while it was a lot of work and a great video, and I don't regret it whatsoever, it was a beautiful video, like, it's not going to pay the bills. It's not going to pay the bills. At the end of the day, I need to make sure I don't starve. And it's worth noting, none of my videos have sponsors yet. I don't take Twitch subscriptions. I don't really take any Patreon or anything like that. I just want to provide the best experience for everybody. Maybe someday I'll do those things. But yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole, monetization's a whole rabbit hole. I got to figure out so I don't starve. I just want to make banger videos. Hopefully this Blizzard video comes out and is a banger. Like, and when I say banger, I mean like it's the best quality video I make. That's why it's taking so long. I want it to be better than the Rockstar video. So let's continue on here. Also, you guys are awesome. And first time chat, Chub Scout with a beautiful Goose Morning compliment. I thought the Human Fall Flat video was solid. You're beautiful, you're goose-tastic, and we love to have you here, Chub Scout. Chat, can we get some hearts in the chat for Chub Scout? Chub Scout, W. Chub Scout, W. Let me continue here. The third major format change. These changes, as well as longer queue times, led us to the third and most recent format change in the game, the shift from 6v6 to 5v5. This is almost a blog within a blog, but we're going to cover three things. Why we switched to 5v5, queue times after the switch to 5v5, what the team thinks about 6v6. Okay, here we go. Why Overwatch switched to 5v5? There were many reasons behind the transition of 5v5. Sentence was not needed. When we launched Overwatch 2, we talked about the greater individual agency that players could have in 5v5. Sorry, finger slipped. Fat fingers. Overwatch is a team sport and requires players to rely on each other to be successful. This was even more the case previously, and the game could be frustrating if your team was out of sync. Many times, fights in 6v6 couldn't resolve until ultimate abilities came online. Correct that until ultimate combos could be executed to break through 2 tanks worth of mitigation supported by high uncontested healing output. The world of 6v6 could have really high highs but really low lows. One of the design goals of 5v5 was to try to raise that floor, even though it was at the expense of some of the high moments. Overwatch 2 has a greater emphasis on first-person shooter gameplay. This less damage mitigation and crowd control, and players get to shoot at enemies more. Crowd control could take players out of the game for extended periods of time, especially when they were chained back-to-back. A 5-second Sombra hack may freeze on her primary fire, Brig Bash, Ana Sleep, Orisa Halt, and Sigma Rocket all happen consecutively to one player. Typically, a tank could often survive this onslaught, at least in-game. Their real-life mental health was another story. Damage heroes often complain that their role was least impactful relative to the strength of super powerful tank synergies, and support heroes undoing their playmaking. The emphasis on ability cooldown management, ult tracking, shooting barriers instead of players, and not enough timing windows to just shoot enemies and get eliminations were all factors that contributed in this feeling. Support heroes also had to focus almost exclusively on healing since they were bigger team health pools and more incoming damage on the field with additional tank player. In 5v5, the more agency had some What the heck? Don't we just want them to heal? This paragraph smells like we want everyone to have fun in the way we define fun. I remember loving healing people all the time as Lucio. Because if you're trash at the game, I play heal. Like, who's the person that's playing support? It's the person who just wants to heal. So just let them heal. Just let them focus on heal. I don't want them focusing on damage because they're probably bad. Like, let them do their thing and then be really good at it. Man, I used to love doing that as Lucio back in the day. Whew. I don't know. I kind of disagree with this. But who knows? We'll see. I very much understand. I'm talking from the outside looking in rather than the inside looking out. So, we got data coming up, so that's good. Tank synergy wasn't always fun. It slowed the game down and stabilized it, but sometimes it absolutely grounded to a halt. People point to the double shield meta as an example of this. It wasn't just a double shields, though. The ability to stack a very defense-heavy lineup, especially in-game modes that required a team to push through a small choke, caused a lot of matches to feel like there was no progress at all. The game is faster now, and it doesn't typically stall out. It feels like there is more room to move around the map without needing to earn every inch of it. And 5v5 fights are often less focused on moving around in deathball formation, and there's more room to take angles, flank, and duel other players, which brings in more of the FPS gameplay. While 6v6 can have high moments, it's also hard to follow. Tracking 9 players is easier than 11. There are fewer visual effects on screen, especially during big team fights. That's a huge problem in Overwatch, in my opinion. Overwatch is a pretty demanding game, and moving to 5v5 made it a bit more cognitively manageable. Well, I don't think it has, though. I don't think it has. I don't know why, but I never found Overwatch 1 too much for me to understand. I find Overwatch 2 way too much. Could be because of the new heroes. I just really not into Overwatch 2. Lastly, one of the biggest benefits of 5v5 is dramatically reduced queue times. Let's explore that. The chart below shows rank play queue times per role after the introduction of role queue to Overwatch in 2019 compared to queue times per role in Overwatch 2's 5v5 role queue format. As you see, the shift to 5v5 role queue dramatically reduced queue times for all players and roles, and most notably the damage role, which was the most popular role. Overwatch 6v6, 7 seconds for damage. Oh, this is in role queue. Interesting. Overwatch 6v6 post-roll queue. What's the difference between... Oh, that's for tank. So fast to find tanks. Overall, across the board, Overwatch 2 is faster. Interesting. I wonder why that is. The biggest factor... I'm glad you asked. Now it's going to tell us. The biggest factor for driving the difference between Overwatch and Overwatch 2 queue times is the ratio of players queuing for each role. We hear players speculate that long queue times are a result of not enough players in playing Overwatch. That isn't the case, but instead, that relative to other roles, players generally queue tank less, leading to longer wait times for all while we wait for a tank to free up to find a proper match. So in practice, the actual... Am I crazy? Why do we need a role queue? Like, don't we just want 6 people of similar skill and then just let them play whatever? Wouldn't that be more fun? Like, if I want to play no tank on my team, I should be allowed to do that. And then if I want to, right? Because nobody will play the required class. See, I think that's like I don't see that as a bad thing. Like, for me, it's like, let people play the way they want. Because when you do a specific hero, essentially you put all of the pressure on the player who locked in that hero and said, this is the one I'm going to play. Like, if I'm going to play Roadhog, right? Or if I'm going to play, let's say, if I'm going to play Reinhardt with the shield, I've locked that hero in. No one can use that hero now with the new changes. I basically put all the pressure on myself to be good at Reinhardt. If I'm not good at Reinhardt, you're getting roasted. Whereas if I can have multiple Reins, basically you increase the likelihood of success of tanks. You know? Does that make sense? I don't know. Like, I just think this is... I'm not seeing anything that's convincing me. Let's keep reading. Yeah, it goes back to competitive versus goofy playstyle. Like, I guess they're talking about competitive, but not really. They're just saying in general. I think if you want to have specific roles in competitive, sure. Actually, I still don't think so. I think the game is best when played free. I don't know. Let players do whatever they want. So in practice, the actual ratio of queuing for tank damage support is much closer to the current 1-2-2 format than previous 2-2-2 format. As a result, the 5v5 role queue format better mirrors actual player interest in each role, making the switch result in shorter queues. Like, this is fascinating, and this is great, but we also understand that the amount of players who played Overwatch versus Overwatch 2 is dramatically less, right? Like, objectively, this is better, and yet less people are playing it. So there's something missing here. The sharp drop-off in queue times in October 22 is when Overwatch 2, along with 5v5, shipped. The queue times of all heroes dropped and are now much shorter than they were in the 6v6 world. This is almost because the game required one less tank in each match. If you look at the current queue times, you can see that there is still a lack of tanks compared to other roles. Just flipping the switch and returning to 6v6 will likely cause a return in previous queue times. Interesting. Regardless of the amount of players in game, queue times are always reflective of how many players are queued per role. In other words, the main driver increased queue times is the ratio of players queued in each role. Since there are less players queuing as tanks, queues would likely go back to the way they were before. So again, it's like, first off, 7 seconds for queue time. It's not bad. It's really not that bad. But I mean, look, if you play CS, like you're there for a while. Typically, right? Counter-Strike is usually a decent wait for a match. We also have to take this in context with the fact that the game's population is dramatically less than Overwatch 1, right? Like how much can I get that? Was Overwatch 1 on Steam? It was, wasn't it? Let me check. Chart. Where's the chart? Oh, charts. Camera got back to me. Okay, so here's Overwatch 2. Came out in October 2022? Or October 23? No, 22. It's trending up. Still healthy. But can I get like Overwatch 1? Wow. I think it was just on Battle.net, right? Interesting. All right. Thoughts on 6v6. The game started its life with 6 players on each team. I discussed why we move away from 6v6. That doesn't mean without merit. There were moments in madness that could not happen with 12 players in a match. Don't quite coalesce when there are 10. It was almost too much work to keep track of. Correction, it was too much work to keep track of all times, but that was part of the charm. There are big moments in Overwatch 2, but they don't quite have the same chaotic, over-the-top feeling to them. Part of the chaos allowed players to feel less pressure in a match. Yes, that's what I was talking about. There was an extra player to take up a bit of slack for someone who was performing poorly, and since the player was a tank, they had quite a bit of impact. There was also a lot more hit points and defensive capabilities to burn through, which had a stabilizing effect on gameplay. Teams would fold a bit slower than they do now. Makes sense. We went over some of the issues of tank synergy earlier, but having 2 of them allowed one to focus on protecting their backline while the other held ground or pushed into the enemy team. The tank role had a lot of depth in understanding how to work with the other tank on the team. This part of the mastery curve took a long time to learn, and for the small group of people devoted to it, this was a part of the allure. We mentioned the difficulty in balancing tanks in 6v6 earlier, but the past year and a half has shown us that there are issues with balancing tanks for 5v5 as well. For much of Overwatch 2, tanks have been fairly balanced, but when one of them becomes a powerful outlier like Moga, I don't even know who that is, that can be felt strongly in the world of one tank. What's next? Okay, that was a lot of setup. He did say we could skip to this part. He did say it. He said it. He did say it. Benny Wheelie with the chat. I remember back in the day, you had to beg people to switch to something useful or just fold and change classes yourself. The team composition really doesn't make or break the game, so now that they just forced everyone to go through these class queues, yeah, I mean, it's just you typically want to have the freedom. Being forced to do something is generally not a great player feature. Like, you're just not going to feel as good because it's a game. It's for fun, right? You're trying to feel the best that you can. And again, when you play something that no one else can play and you're pushed into that role, I got to say, when I was playing Overwatch 2 for this video that I played every Blizzard game, and like I was playing the multiplayer matches, and you queue as like tank or whichever role, and you see everything grayed out because you can't touch it anymore. You can only pick these. It just feels a little bit lame. Like I like the idea that when I want to push with my boys, we can go full DPS and have max damage. And then when we're really in a tiff and we need to defend, we can go 6 tanks. That's nice. Rather than being like locked into a specific role. I think that's really fun. So being forced, I would typically not side with that. And I haven't seen anything yet to say that that's necessary. Because the challenges mentioned previously, who am I? I'm just some guy. We're focused on making 5v5 the best experience that it can be. However, because we operate as a service to our players, we always remain open-minded to reevaluating our decisions based off your actions and feedback. Just make a playlist. Very simple. To give the best game experience we can, rather than introduce a disruptive permanent change to the game, you don't have to. Why do game developers make this so difficult? Just make 2 playlists. 2. I queue inside 6v6 and I queue inside 5v5. See which one has better metrics. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills over here. They make it so complex. Jeez Louise. That being said, we're looking at running a series of events to try out different core team composition formats on Overwatch 2. Yes. The community has just once or twice suggested a test. Why not put various forms of 6v6 in the game in order to gauge? Yes! Yes! God, that was a long preamble to just say, yeah, we're going to do that. We agree, and based off your feedback, we are exploring how we can test different forms of 6v6 in the game to gauge the results. This is taking some time, however, for reasons that may not be readily apparent. Yo, this is the thing. Run tests constantly. If you're a multiplayer-only game, you should be running tests every month. Every single month, you should be running tests. You should be running tests of increased game speed. You should be running tests on 6v6 versus 5v5 in the case of Overwatch. Tests on classic versus modern playlists in games like Halo. You should be running as many tests as possible every month to 90 days. And then testing the metrics, testing the player population. Okay? Like, just constantly have that going so you can see which do players prefer. At the end of the day, we're trying to make the most fun game. The idea that you should make a permanent change and break the contract, which if you're a software developer, you understand, you never break the contract. Ever. Okay? It's like basically a thing with software developers where when you define an interface, aka a contract, and you say this is how something runs, you never break it. You support it to the end and you create something new and then you add an adapter in between. Okay, so that's some programming stuff right there, but that's just good programming. But for multiplayer games, you should be constantly testing new things and then adapting them into the old things depending on what works. You're just trying to figure it out. It's like what I said earlier with the shorts, right? The idea of hey, I want to make a Halo video and I play every Halo. Or for instance, if we go to my Instagram right now, I made this video. Wait, that's not right. It was way more than that. Check today. That seems weird. Anyways, I made this video. I bought every Xbox video, and I'm just using it as a test. I want to see, should I make a bigger form video and see how it runs? And if it runs well, then, I'll just do a long form video. It's like a really quick test. I still try to make a high quality product. Game developers should be doing the exact same thing. Don't make it rocket science, okay? Mr. Danny Lemon, you want those crazy pills? I'll give you some. Mr. Daniel Lemon? I assume that's what your Mom Lemon says. Mr. Daniel Lemon? Benny Wheelie says, yeah, working with your buddies would be very different from matching with a bunch of randos. I don't like boxing in as well. Give people the choice. Benny Wheelie for president. Benny Wheelie for president. We agree. Based on your feedback, we're going to exploring tests in 6v6 in the game to gauge results. This takes some time, however, for reasons they may not be readily apparent. Yeah, straight up. You need minimum a month. I would honestly say you need 90 days. You need 90 days. And you need to straight up be like transparent in the main menu. You need to say, here's 5v5, here's 6v6. We're running a test. We're trying to see which is more popular. The first and honestly largest reason is the need to do this is the way that allows the game to have optimized technical performance. I'm referring to frame rate, memory constraints with 12 players in a match. What the heck? Overwatch 1 did it fine. I believe in you. There have been quite a few upgrades and additions to Overwatch 2 that have an impact on the performance of the game. These range from new features like allied outlines and enabling hero vision by default, the addition of more technically demanding hero kits, as well as visual upgrades to the UI, heroes, and maps in 6v6 settings. These upgrades can have significant impacts for our players, causing the game to underperform on older systems. Overwatch is a fast-paced game, and maintaining a game that runs smoothly across all platforms is important to the player's experience. While a limited test could arrive sooner, the team is still investigating exactly how long it would take to permanently increase the performance across the game. This would be a large effort that would most likely take at least several seasons to accomplish. Yeesh. That's another thing, man. Like, I totally sympathize with the Overwatch team at Blizzard for this problem. Like, that's a real problem. They made the game look as good as possible for 5v5 and have now blocked themselves from testing 6v6 to reach that level of quality that they want to reach. Like, I really feel like when you're in development, you should be like, how can we make this so it's the best product for players? Graphics don't matter that much. But then how can we also keep it open as possible so we can do tests fast? The reason Silicon Valley has exploded is because they fail fast. They want to fail fast. It's a huge thing in Silicon Valley with these tech companies. They want to fail as fast as possible. And what that means is essentially, if they want to see, for instance, like let's say Instagram, if they want to see that a thumbs up icon versus a heart icon on your post, which one does better, they can immediately go ahead and swap that. It should be a 2-second thing. Literally, publish it to everyone, test it for a week, check the metrics. Okay, hearts performed 1,000 times better than the thumbs up. We're going to go with hearts. That's one tiny test. And you might think, well, that's not that big of a deal. Do 1,000 of those tests per year, which they're running way more than that. Okay? Run 1,000 of those tests per year, and by the end of every year, you have such an incredibly better product than before. That is the purpose. I see Instagram testing new things all the time. YouTube as well. I have the brand new YouTube layout, which I'm like on the fence, but they're testing. And they're doing it in such a way where some people get it and some people don't. It's called phasing. For whatever reason, games just don't do it. At best, you get a public test realm, which looks like a completely different server. It's like you're in your own different camp. You have to choose it at the start of the game. But like, I don't know. I always believed in having a playlist, and I never see anyone do it. Benny Wheelie says, test something quickly and then move on to the next idea. 1,000%. You want to put it out there, quickly test. And I'm talking like, it could be anything. Could be like the color of a UI. Could be the size of a button. Could be the icon beside a button. Could be the sound when you queue. You know, you want to basically put in a change with metrics to test if it increases the paired metric you care about. You know, player enjoyment, speed inside queues. Like them showing that like you're getting inside the games faster, but the game's also not being played as much as Overwatch 1. That says something when you pair those metrics together versus just looking at like time at which people spend in queue. Another issue that still gives me anxiety about opening this Pandora's box is what to do with queue times if enough players prefer 6v6 to keep the same form around. I never heard anyone complain about queue times. Maybe I'm crazy. Again, like Counter-Strike queue times are like 2 minutes sometimes. Never complained. Team was not able to solve this issue previously. While we have some ideas now, there's no guarantee that they will work. Is there a world where people are willing to live with long queue times to play this format? Maybe. That's a pretty big risky move to make. We also have tens of millions of new players that have only played 5v5. We want to be openly mindful not to frustrate those who will like the game as it is today. The outcome of these tests would give us a lot of valuable information to consider moving forward. We run the test for a few weeks to gauge interest in the community. Then we measure the impact it had on other experiences like Overwatch 2, 5v5, Arcade. We take the lessons from the playtest to see what we can learn about the mode within the current game ecosystem for the future of Overwatch. We would reflect carefully on the learnings from whatever test we run and explore how to best give players what's being asked for. Sorry, I haven't had water in a while, so I'm like reading this like in a weird way, starts in a stuttery way. Whether that's a world of 5v5, 6v6, or even both is for the future us to figure out. I'm going to jump on a soapbox for a moment. When you look at the changes to Overwatch since its inception, it's clear that many of those have reduced some of the variety within the Overwatch match. Agreed. We get feedback from some players that Overwatch can feel the same from game to game. Agreed. While much of this gets attributed to 5v5, we feel that there is more at play here. Besides running experiments with 6v6, we'd like to run some that re-examine the ways we tried to solve previous problems, specifically with the goal of bringing some of the freedom back to an Overwatch match without the severity of issues that accompanied it. For instance, we think there could be other ways of putting a team together that aren't quite as rigid or a set composition, but not as loose as open queue. We'll be running at least one quick play hacked based on the idea of Season 13. There are some gotchas in this direction, but after reading 400 pages of this blog, I hope you're able to see that there are trade-offs to many of the decisions that go into this game. Here's the thing. The trade-offs that you mentioned in this article, sir or madam, I didn't see who wrote this. You did not tell us with reliable metrics, paired metrics, why they are, in fact, a problem. You just labeled them as problems. You said, here's some problem, we solved it. You didn't give data as to the improvements, what you saw. You didn't give paired metrics. The only metrics I saw were queue times. I personally, granted, this is, I guess it doesn't matter in the grand scheme based on what I say because, it's just coming from me. But I never really saw anyone care. I brought up CS a couple times. I never saw anyone care. I want paired metrics. Did you see a huge amount of, negative comments on the forums? Show that metric about queue times. Or player engagement on other websites, Twitter, blah, blah, blah. Paired with roll times, and then it went away. I just heard problems, and then that's it. You're going to be trying things. No actual proof. I got a lot of feelings. If that makes sense. Personally, I just don't think that's the way to go about it. To wrap it up for now, your feedback has driven both inspiration, community. Oh, okay, so blah, blah, blah. It's just a bunch of corporate stuff. I don't really. Oh, who wrote this? Aaron Keller. And who's Aaron? Canadian? Wait, that's a hockey player. One of the original members of Team 4. He became the game's assistant game director. He worked on development of Kings Row map. He later became the associate game director of Overwatch 2. Keller took the position after. I don't know, chat. Does this save Overwatch for you? Does this save Overwatch for you? Who's to say? It's 11? Holy smokes. Hold on. I got a poll for you guys. Let's do a poll. I want to test it. Reset? No, that's not what I want to do. Delete. Create poll. What should we do next? Okay. News? More news? Games. Play game. Boom. I want to test this. Share. Copy. Chat, we have a new poll. We have a new poll. I have linked it. I will be looking at the results in 2.38 pup seconds. Boom. Play game. We got 2 for play game. Holy smokes! 3! Okay, hold on. Actually, I'm gonna go get water while you guys vote. 4! Jeez Louise! Give me 2 seconds. can't create polls unless I'm an affiliate, you little rascal. Apparently, I don't know. I can't do it from here. My mic just died. It's back. Say nothing if you're in danger. I am the danger. I am the danger. Mr. Benny Wheelie. Or Benny AC. There's too many Bennies. Benny Prime. All right. You guys want to play a game. So hold on. Let's do another one. Back to poll. Delete. Okay, hold on. Hold. 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 Chat. Hold. What game should we play? We're backed by data here. Okay? We're going to teach the gaming industry how to work. Modern Warfare 3. It's been installed. We have Party Animals. We have Vampire Survivors. Start listening to me some games, boys. Halo Campaign. I would play a Halo Campaign right freaking now. Right freaking now. What else do I have? I have Gears 5. I have a lot of games, actually, but I have, like, basically any Battle.net game. I own them all now. Any Battle.net game. What? I'll say Blizzard game. All right. Let me post this. Let me post it in the frickin' thingy. It's going to be posted. All right. Share. Copy. Pasta. There we go, boys. I'll figure out how to do a Twitch poll when I become an affiliate. Stay tuned to tomorrow's Goose Evening Live. We're going to get frisky. We're going to get frisky. Okay? We're going to become affiliate this week. You watch, chat. You watch. Oh, we got Halo Campaign. Shocking, actually. I'm a little shocked. You guys really want Halo Campaign? That's actually awesome. Look, I'm good with any of these, but I'm surprised. Party Animals. I love to have it. I love to have it. Party Animals. What's it gonna be, chat? What's it gonna be? Let's call it at. Hold on. I have a clock. I have a clock. Hold on. Hold on. "45 seconds. You have 40 seconds. Let's go, chat. Dun 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 dun. Chat is chatting and chat is chatting on dun dun. Hey, you can see my other reflection. You guys can see the secret sauce. Ah! 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Is that faster than normal? 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The chat has spoken. I'm actually shocked you guys picked Halo. I am shocked. Absolutely bamboozled. Absolutely bamboozled. Which campaign, chat? Halo. Did we start from the start? Halo CE, baby? It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Goose-tastic, even. Isn't it? Just friendly reminder, it is pinned in the chat. The Zenkai Goose Discord is in beta. If you'd like to join it, it is available to you. We're ready to rock. We're ready to rock. We're ready to rock. The party is partying. The party is, quote, partying. You want to know how stupid 343 is? I just launched Halo the Master Chief Collection, and it launched the game in my second monitor that is in portrait mode instead of my main monitor. Why? I'm literally... It's portrait mode. I cannot see OBS anymore. We're in the dark now, chat. I have no idea what's being said. You can say anything. I gotta fix this now. I've never seen a company be so bad. There we go. This frickin'... You want to go reach? Like we start from the start? Do I have reach? Let's see. I do. So far, Benny Wheely's saying reach. Anybody else have any strong feelings? Really go with the flow here. Boom. Mr. Danny Lemon with 2. I feel concerned about cameraman. Goose skin angry. He must start beating. I swear to God, get over here. Give you the caboose. Give you the caboose. Chad, I'll be honest. I kind of feel like... Would you guys be upset if I started with CE? Okay, Reach technically has the more votes. I kind of feel like playing CE. Does that make me crazy? You guys are voting. You'd be so upset. Okay, let's start with Reach. Fine. Heroic. Should I do Legendary? Let's go Heroic. Let's not get crazy here. Yeah, I'm feeling CE. I'm going with my gut, chat. We'll play Reach next time. There's something about CE. Oh, it's CE anniversary. Oh, you disgust me. Just the colors. Absolutely disgusting. I am a legend. You're saying I have to play Legendary. Let's do it. Let's do it. I haven't played Legendary. Yeah, I'm going to flip it to the OG graphics as soon as humanly possible. As soon as humanly possible. And I'm going to play with a controller because, look, Halo is a controller game. I don't care what you say. It just is. I just forget the... Can I not swap it here? We're back, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, geese, we're back. I just don't like the graphics, the change they made on the graphics. Doesn't feel as Halo-y. It's very colorful. God, this just makes me feel so good. I love Halo.
Cortana, all I need to know is, did we lose them?
I think we both know the answer to that.
We're back, baby.
We made a blind jump. How did they...
Get here first? The Covenant ships have always been faster.
I can't toggle.
As for tracking us all the way from Reach, at light speed my maneuvering options were limited.
We were running dark, yes?
Until we decelerated.
Hold on.
No one could have missed the hole we tore in subspace.
I'll change the thing on...
They were waiting for us on the far side of the planet.
So, where do we stand?
Our fighters are mopping up the last of their recon picket now, nothing serious. But I've isolated approach signatures for multiple CCS-class battle groups. Make it 3 capital ships per group. And in about 90 seconds, they'll be all over us.
Well, that's it then. Bring the ship back up to Combat Alert Alpha. I want everyone at their station.
Everyone, sir?
Everyone. And Cortana. Let's give our old friends a warm welcome.
Let's do it, baby. Remember when Cortana looked normal?
Attention, all combat personnel. Please report to your action.
I can press tab twice? Oh, it doesn't work. I literally think the cutscene locks me in. I gotta wait.
Platoon, secure airlocks on deck 11. 14th platoon rendezvous with 22nd Tactical at Bulkhead Charlie.
Dude, I kind of want to in November, because that's when I played Halo for the first time. So I think about it in that way, I kind of want to
Move like you got a purpose.
do a Halo
This is not a
subathon.
drill.
Just play Halo
This is
and don't
not
stop
a
until we
drill.
beat all the first 3 and reach. Oh, yeah.
Man, we let those dumb bugs out to the middle of nowhere to keep them from getting their filthy claws on Earth. But we stumbled onto something that's so hot for them that they're scrambling over each other to get it. Well, I don't care if it's God's own anti-son of a bitch machine or a giant hula hoop. We're not gonna let them have it. What we will let them have is a belly full of lead and a pool of their own blood to drown in.
My man! Hoorah!
All right, Marines. Sir, yes, sir. Damn right I am. Now move it out. Double time.
He's the best. Would you guys not play a prequel? Like an ODST prequel starring Sergeant Johnson?
All you greenhorns who wanted to see
Just
Covenant
saying.
up close, this is gonna be your lucky day.
I feel like it'd sell.
Sir? Right. Let's thaw him out. Okay. Bringing low-level systems online. Cracking the case in 30 seconds.
See, like we talked about earlier, where this game just starts like you're being chased, you're being hunted, you gotta
on.
go.
Blowing the pins in 5.
So you're in it. There was a catalyst that sets the story up. A lot of AAA games just don't get it. They don't get it. I wish you saw his butt. You know? At least this butt is accurate. Oh, there it is. So much better.
This way.
Stand by to repel boarders.
Come on, it's not our first rodeo. The music, brother!
Wait!
Wait, what's happening? Ah! Where's my light? No, not that. Where's the light? There you go.
Stand back! Oh yeah! Sir, the captain needs you on the bridge ASAP.
I'm
Better follow
going.
me.
Oh, who's feeling that music?
Stay back! Do it!
How did they not bring back Marty O'Donnell? How? How? So good.
Captain Keyes.
Good to see you, Master Chief. Things aren't going well. Cortana did her best, but we never really had a chance.
A dozen Covenant superior battleships against a single Halcyon-class cruiser. With those odds, I'm content with 3, make that 4 kills. Sleep well?
No thanks to your driving, yes.
So you did miss me.
Report!
You
Old
must have been one
Cortana
of their
hit
boarding
different.
parties. I'd guess an antimatter charge.
Ma'am, fire control for the main cannon is offline.
Captain, the cannon was my last offensive option.
All right, then. I'm initiating Cold Protocol Article 2. We're abandoning the auto. That means you too, Cortana.
While you do what? Go down with the ship?
In a manner of speaking. The object we found, I'm gonna try and land the auto.
Oh, he's got the little
All
marathon
due
symbol on the
respect,
pipe. I never
this
even
war
noticed
has
that.
Enough dead
Maybe
heroes.
it's just anniversary
I
thing.
appreciate your concern, Cortana, but it's not up to me. Protocol is clear. Destruction or capture of a shipboard AI is absolutely unacceptable, and that means you're leaving ship. Lock in a selection of emergency landing zones, upload them to my neural lace, and then sort yourself for a heart transfer.
Aye, aye, sir.
Which is where you come in, Chief. Get Cortana off this ship. Keep her safe from the enemy. If they capture her, they'll learn everything. Force deployment, weapons research, Earth.
I understand.
That's Halo 2, baby.
The Autumn will continue evasive maneuvers until you initiate a landing sequence. Not that you'll listen, but I'd suggest letting my subroutines handle the final approach.
Excellent work, Cortana. Thank you. Are you ready?
Oh, really? I didn't know that, Jacato. Thank you for
Yankee.
letting me know. Huh.
Good luck, Master Chief.
Half the people on the ship are Australians? The only Australian I know is
Your
saying the word
architecture
yeah.
isn't much different from the Adams.
It's the only Australian I know. Sorry to my Australian followers.
Don't keep it loaded, son. You'll have to find ammo as you go.
Dude, I remember playing this game on the original Xbox, on our TV in the basement. Oh, getting this Xbox console just felt so weird. I was used to like Nintendo consoles, and then getting this thing, man, what a vibe.
Those Marines could use some help, Chief. Do what you do best.
Frag out! Answer now, hey!
Coming for you, coming for you.
Go get some!
Nice one.
That's right, baby.
Let's find
One down. 50 million to go.
You're old!
Don't worry. There'll be more. Fall back.
Keep your head down. There's two of us in here now, remember?
And even 2001, Cortana had great like lines, like just like a side character. It just wasn't annoying. Didn't felt like exposition. I love that pistol. My God.
Over here!
Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah! That's right, don't mess with me, sir and or madam.
About time you showed up. Let me get the hell? Did something just hit us?
Oh, this moment too is so good. Seeing this.
Move in! Back to the airlock!
I missed!
Got him! Did you see that? Sorry.
Hey, it bounced off.
You got me! I got your back. Crack it up! There's just too many of them. Tell me about it.
Let me know if the music is too loud. It seems
Our
loud.
lifeboat airlock.
It seems loud, no? I'm looking at the lines, chat. I'm looking at it. Yeah, let's put it over here. And let's put this like right here. I'm learning, chat. I'm still learning. I'm still a young buck.
Attach their boarding craft. We go out and they come in.
Please comment. Music is so incredible. My God. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Headshot, headshot, headshot. Get out of here!
Damn it! It's me!
Also, using the flashlight for the first time in Halo CE, I just remember being like, whoa. I was a GameCube guy in Gen 6. I got the GameCube first. I really loved the N64, so I got the GameCube. And I literally only got the original Xbox because I went to my cousin's house and they got the original Xbox. I couldn't even tell you why. Like, it made no sense. We were all Nintendo family. They got the original Xbox, and I used to play multiplayer down in the basement with them while our parents talked. And I just remember Halo blowing my mind. I never played a first-person shooter that felt that good on consoles. I was huge into GoldenEye on the 64. I mean, did you guys play GoldenEye on the 64? I bet you did. And I just remember playing Halo CE for the first time and being like, yo, this feels incredible, and I love the world. I probably played this campaign 8 times. Pretty close to 10.
Nice shot!
It just holds up. It still feels good to this day. Also, fighting the Covenant is just great.
Fire in the hole!
Oh yeah, the plasma grenades chain. They all explode. GoldenEye split screen back in the day, am I right?
I'm going after him!
So good, dude. So good. Whoa, what the heck? Where did I go? You never realized that the marathon symbol is literally the CE cover between... Dude, is it? This is why I love streaming with y'all. Y'all just teach me all these things. Freaking love it. Let's go, baby. Is that gonna hit me? Oh god, it did. Chat! We're low, chat. We're playing a little too aggressive on Legendary. Headshotting grunts is probably one of the best feelings ever. Bungie just gets it. Who's shooting me? One death. One death. Ooh. That's the beauty of playing the older games on new devices. Like, it just instant reboot. No loading. Love it. God, I keep forgetting about this guy. And I love the pistol so much that I never use the assault rifle. Get over here. I got it this time, chat. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. How did I miss? There it is. There it is. There it is. We got there. We got there. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Wait, I took out the elites? Oh, yo, my grenade was perfectly timed. As it was intended to be, chat. Oh, there's just such a great warm feeling to this game.
Covenant, on the landing
I hated
above
this
us.
part.
Nice shot!
I gotta be honest, like, Halo CE on Legendary feels like 10 times better than most first-person shooters. I wouldn't even say, like, I feel like, you know, you play Call of Duty on Veteran mode? It feels like cheesy. It feels like annoying, like the game wasn't designed for this. For whatever reason, Halo CE on Legendary feels like the game was meant for it. Like, that's the way you should be playing it. I don't know. It feels phenomenal.
Where's my team?
Like, killing these elites in this speed, like, it feels right to me. And isn't it insane, chat? Like, not to dog on 343 anymore, but isn't it insane that this game plays better than Halo Infinite? And if you think otherwise, look, more power to you, but I don't want to play Halo Infinite, and this game is like literally, I don't know what, 2001, 23 years old, and I'm still playing it. Wild. What was that grenade, Goose? What was it? Easy, easy. What? How? My poor little chat. Hold on, chat. I don't think it's the batteries out. I think it's just overheated. I'll let it cool a bit. Hold on. We'll swap cameras. I gotta figure out something. Apparently people put like fake batteries and stuff for that. It's very, it's... What a different vibe. What a different vibe. I feel too close to the camera now. My problem with this camera is it just doesn't handle lighting well. Like, it's... The other one just looks so much better. Granted, one is like a $100 webcam. This one. And the other one is a normal camera. It's expensive. But it's so frustrating. Like, they just... I don't know if I'm just a silly boy, but I feel like it's overcomplicated. You pay so much for these big boy cameras. And they're really good at certain things, but then they're really bad at other things. Like, it just overheats. Isn't that insane? Apparently you have to get like a dummy battery so it still thinks it's charging, and that has way less heat being exhausted, so you can keep the camera going forever. I don't know. I like to upgrade my stream as I go, so I can figure it out. See what people actually care about. That's why I changed the layout to the stream and did the camera upgrades, because it just felt more like, okay, this is what we're doing already. Brother! But it's also more my style. Like, I really like clean minimalism, which is why I made the other thing. The camera quality matches the OG graphics. True, true. You just bought Elden Ring? Man, Jacob, you never played it before? You're in for a treat. What a gem.
The light pods
Boom!
are launching. We should hurry. Warning, blast doors closing.
I remember seeing
Covenant are
this. Hold
destroying
on,
the
we'll see in a
light
second.
They really don't want us on that ring.
Like, just the mystery and intrigue.
Follow the nav point. It will lead you to an opening.
I'm here. I'm here, game. Game, I'm here. Such a nice little change of pace, too. Halo still had that mystery, not horror. I know a lot of people say horror, although at some point later on it does. But it just has that intrigue. Oh my god, what have I done? I was supposed to take the other way. Lessons were learned. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, I messed up. Could have been a free kill right there. Relax, relax. I know you're there. I know you're there. I know you're there. Come on. There we go. Got one. One. Cheesed it. Cheesed it. Cheesed it. We're not above that here, chat. We're not above that here. Dude, I kinked my neck the other day doing a pull-up. Oh, the amount of pain I have, I literally can't turn. Oh, it hurts so much. Guys, you remember this gun? You remember this gun? The one that's not in Halo Infinite? Here it is. Crazy.
It looks like the Covenant wanted to catch you that way.
Yeah, this was cool to me as a kid. I remember coming in here and just like them seeing me up here and shooting me. I remember it was so awesome. It just felt like a world in a way that some games just aren't. I don't know. What's up? Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I said don't mind me. No. No. Strip the shield. Strip the shield. Go for the headshot. All right. They've been contained. When they described Halo Infinite, they said that they could literally throw in a Halo weapon, yet they still have an added gun. So true. And can we all be honest? The first gun that they add is a DMR. 2 DMRs. Is that not mind-blowing? The first guns they add. 2 different versions of the same DMR gun. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. At this point, I think people would even be cool taking a low poly version of existing Halo guns. Just they have the sound effect and everything, just no graphical effects. I think people would be happy. Also, why can you only buy skins for UNSC weapons? Like, I would like to have a skin for some of the brute weapons in there, some of the Covenant weapons. Of course, now they're the banished. It looks so much lamer. Oh my god! Wait, I need health. This guy just creeping up. Yeah, 2 Call of Duty weapons. It's so true. That's so true. That's so true. Hold on. Boom. I love Halo CE. Look, there's some nostalgia there, but this is objectively a great game. I don't like the health pack
How
stuff.
much more abuse the Autumn can take.
Definitely not a multiplayer. Campaign's not too bad, but... Also, speaking of the cryopods in anniversary mode, you can see there's a pod for Linda 058, which is actually another Spartan canonically in the Pillar of Autumn if you read the Halo novels. Oh, Jacato X! Mr. Danny Lemon, Trust Tree. I played this campaign for the first time a few months ago. So good. Dude, right? So you... Okay, wait. Danny, you're saying you never played Halo CE in your life and you just played it a few months ago? That's what you're saying? Because I was told... Danny, I was told that this game's only good because of nostalgia. Because when I was a kid, I liked it. So it's only good. Played multiplayer, not campaign. So what you're saying is you have no reference point for the campaign, and yet it was still good. My mind's blown here. I was told it's all nostalgia, baby. I'm a toxic little goose. I'm proud of it. Oh, real quick, chat, I have a question for you guys. I love caramel, chocolate and caramel, specifically like toffee caramel, okay? Not Werther's Originals. I'm not an old person, okay? If you say Werther's Originals, we're gonna have words. I need to know, what is the best caramel chocolate? Like if it's chewy, like a toffee, you boys in. Not Werther's Originals. Don't start with me. What are the best caramel snacks? Because I usually go with the caramel M&Ms, and I'm trying to change it up. I saw a junior caramel candy, never tried them, and also I've never tried Milk Duds, which my understanding is the same thing. So I need to know what the best ones are. Mr. Danny Lemon says Carmelo. I've never even heard of that. Carmelo. Interesting, okay. I'm gonna put Carmelo on the top of the list, because I'm going to see a certain movie tonight.
There's one last lifeboat. Quickly, get aboard.
Very
before
excited about it.
launches.
And please no spoilers. And I'm going to have my snack with my popcorn. And I'm very excited about it. And I always do the caramel M&Ms with my popcorn. And it tastes like a completely different food. Dude, I'm lost. Oh yeah, we have to go inside. Honestly, try it if you haven't. When you mix caramel, or when you mix M&Ms with popcorn in the same, like,
now would be a very
you know,
good time
scoop,
to leave.
you mix that in your mouth, it tastes like a completely different experience. It doesn't taste like popcorn. It doesn't taste like M&Ms. It's just it tastes like something new. And so I do it with caramel M&Ms, and it's fantastic. I don't know what Carmelo is. Mr. Danny Lemon just spit out Carmelo. Like Cadbury? I have no idea. Is that what it is? Because I don't like caramel. I like Snickers bars. What would you guys say are the best snacks to have in a movie? Because I'm very excited about this movie today. I'm excited to have my snacks. Saturday is my snack day, for those of you who don't know. I try to stay relatively legit during this every other day, but Saturday I go hard.
I knew it. The Autumn's accelerating. Keys is going in manual.
The music being lower is definitely more noticeable now.
You sure you wouldn't rather take a seat?
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
If I still had fingers, they'd be crossed.
I think just the camera wasn't charging. I don't even think it's overheated. I just don't think it was charging.
We're coming in too fast. Damn! Air brake failure. They blew too early.
I love this opening level.
Brace for impact.
Chief? Chief, can you hear me? At
This
last.
opening level
Are you all right?
is
Can you
freaking
move?
peak. It's freaking peak. Okay, hold on, wait. Mr. Danny Lemon says Cadbury, Chicago X Snickers bar. Both are solid. I'm not a huge fan of Cadbury. Like, you're talking just the chocolates? Not a huge fan of it, personally. Skittles go-to movie candy. I like Skittles, but I feel like, for me, it interrupts the popcorn taste. I love popcorn. Chocolate covered peanuts are solid movie snack. Solid, super high in calories. I have so many conditions. I'm a very picky, not picky eater, but like, I'm looking for something that can get me from point A to point B, record time, with the exact same conditions I'm looking for. These are all great snacks. I'm just saying I'm picky. Since you're playing through Halo Storm Mode, you get the Spartan points. Yes, that's true. You can unlock some stuff. Camera message literally showed up battery low. Okay, so I'll have to figure that out, why it doesn't charge fast enough.
Yeah, there's the impact.
Very interesting.
There's nothing we can do.
Dude, this freaking level. Look how they butchered my boy. Look how they butchered my boy. It's not even close.
I've detected multiple
Like
Covenant dropships.
Look at the colors. Gray, blue, grayish blue, and green.
Lucky, the Covenant will believe
Now we got
that everyone
orange,
aboard this lifeboat died in a
green,
crash.
blue's just gone. They didn't even care. Somehow the water looks worse. Oh, the music.
Alert! Covenant dropship inbound. They must be looking for survivors. I recommend immediate evasion.
Dude, it does. Look at that thing. Do you remember seeing the Halo ring for the first time? Were you not blinded by its majesty? So freaking incredible. I'm gonna go on record. This spaceship, made in 2001, looks 1,000 times better than the Halo Infinite banished ships. Just this. Compare them both. It's night and day. This looks like... This is gold. The way it moves, the way it looks, the way they jump out. Look at Halo Infinite. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Oh god. I severely misinterpreted the situation. Severely. I'm gonna go hide in these rocks, because I want to take them out. I mean, technically I don't have to. I actually never go around here.
Warning. I've detected multiple Covenant
Is there anything
dropships
here?
on approach. I recommend moving
I know
into
you
those
crossed the
hills.
bridge.
If we're lucky, the Covenant will believe that everyone aboard
I'm just
this
curious
lifeboat
why they
died in
designed
a
it this
crash.
way. There's a skull in the waterfall? Is it like on top of this? Ah! Oh, really? Well, that's kind of lame. Well, I guess it makes sense, right? I have no choice. I don't see it. This water looks good. This looks like Halo 3 water, I'll be honest. Yo, Halo 3 water is lit. If we're gonna give credit where credit is due, Halo 3 water is incredible. Is this? Can I find the skull here? Now that it's on anniversary mode? Doesn't matter. Oh, I can. Jet. Don't start with me. I want to drink Halo 3 water.
Thousands of types of
If you
flora.
know, you know.
The
Halo
ring's
3 water
ecosystem
looks
is
incredible.
Incredibly sophisticated.
Wait, did they not come here? Oh, I didn't queue it.
Alert! Covenant dropship inbound. They must be looking for survivors. I recommend immediate evasion.
I couldn't explain to you what they did with the music, how open the level is. There's no, like, stuff in my way. It just looks fantastic. I'm gonna let them go, because we clearly couldn't win last time. The music just sets the mood. Man, Marty O'Donnell, you little rascal. Incredible what he and his team did. Oh, and the Banshees come in. Oh. The sound, the old Banshee look too is so much better than the stupid banished ones. Everything about the Banished seemed interesting in Halo Wars 2, and then 343 was like, yeah, do you not know who we are? We'd ruin everything. We're gonna immediately ignore this Atriox guy that you hyped up. We're gonna make this Eshram guy. Doesn't matter. Frickin' number company. What it must be like to work there. Having such a divisive audience, right? Man, it's gotta be interesting. It's gotta be depressing, you know? I wouldn't want to work on something where I constantly feel like everybody hates me. Yeah, Halo Wars 2 did have a perfect setup.
Check to see if there
They
are any
goofed.
survivors.
Dude, it looks so good. And then, what is this? This just feels like I'm vacant, like I'm trapped. This one feels like it feels like someone painted over something. There's that sense in old Halo CE where you just feel like you're part of something you weren't supposed to find. That you don't get in Anniversary. Like, I don't feel like I'm supposed to be here. And yet I am. I have no idea how you do it. How are you not dead? You want to make this happen? Huh? Get out of here. Also, their decision to make the grunts, literally grunts, to A, name them grunts is genius, but B, the decision to make them like little goofballs that are basically headshot simulators, so good. Like, they're just supposed to be joke characters. You'll rarely ever die to them.
I got a Covenant dropship heading in.
Genius.
Over here.
Mixed with like the elites, so you just feel good. Like, even if you're not making progress on the elites, if you're like super bad, you still feel like you're making progress by headshotting grunts. And like their head just fits perfectly. Also, their animation reactions. I have nothing but kind things to say. Chat, you're making me want to do a subathon for Halo for all the Halos. God, even dying in Legendary feels nice. It feels nice, chat. It feels nice. I really want to do a subathon in November. I want to make a whole event. How much does an ODST... Oh, I forgot to do questions. Actually, here, let's save it here. Let's save it here. I want to check to see how much an ODST outfit costs. While I do that, chat, do you guys have any questions? We haven't done an official question segment. If you have any questions for the old Goose before we end the stream, let me know. Throw them in the chat. I'll answer them. Right now, I really want to see how much an ODST suit costs. I'm like legit fascinated by this. Oh, that music. How much would it cost? Okay, hold on, I'm checking. Not this. Silly boy. Silly boy. Halo ODST suit. Oh, there's some on Etsy. Amazon. ODST armor. I guess I should say costume. Yo, this helmet's nice. 288. Whoa. Hold on, I'll show you guys in a second. Holy cow. $900. Chat, if I do, hold on. If I do a Halo Subathon. Do I not have to buy this? And stream in it? I wouldn't even know how to put it on. Dude, that goes so hard. $900 Canadian for that. This was the helmet I saw on Amazon. This was $300. You can't tell me that doesn't go hard. I'm tempted right now, I'll be honest. I didn't know it was Halo ODST fitted trooper cosplay. I want one with high 3D printed 1200. How would you put that on? That looks like a pain to put on. And imagine streaming in it. What's for lunch after the stream? That's a great question, Mr. Danny Lemon. You see, there's a nice little cafe by my place, a nice little bakery, an Italian bakery spot. So after stream, I love going over there and then basically getting either a sandwich or a freshly made cookie. I used to always every Saturday morning do my runs and then finish off at this bakery or another bakery beside it and get freshly made croissants. But sadly, because of Goose Morning Live, I haven't had time to do that because Saturday is usually my cheat day. So I haven't really... I got to figure out how to bring that back because I really miss that. That was really, really nice. But yeah, I'm probably going to get either a slice of pizza. I got to get some of the snacks you guys mentioned. I'm going to post that on Instagram, my stories today. Or I'll make an actual Instagram post watching the big movie. And I can tell you guys how I feel on Sunday night when we do Goose Evening Live. So make sure you have your notifications set, you little rascals. You're following me on Instagram or you're in the Discord, which is pinned. Putting this... Dude, that looks sick! Chat, I think we need to do it. I think we need to do it. We need to do, like, if we get, like, 100 subs on the stream. If we get 100 subs on the stream in November, we celebrate with this. Okay, wait. People have put it on. Yo! That's just a random putting it on? Okay, wait, there's more pics here. Yo, brother cooked! You can't beat this. Best kit made on the market. Dude. Brother tried. Brother tried. I respect it. Respectable. Respectable. Different than this guy. But respectable. Just kind of did the helmet and another thing. Respectable. Oh, put the Goose logo on it. Ooh, ODST in white with the Goose red. Yo, that could hit. We time that with an I play every Halo game. Ooh! Whoa. Okay, wait. If I do a stream where I play every Blizzard game, what should I wear? Should it be like Arthas's suit? Is that what you wear? Warcraft cosplay. I'm not going to be wearing the Sylvanas thing. Ooh, yeah, Lich King armor. I feel like you wear the Lich King armor, right? Mr. Danny Lemon, you should play Vampire Survivors, and you should respect every second you have in that game. You should. Vampire Survivors. And if you haven't played Inscription, it's incredible. How does this look? How does this look? Yeah, Lich King armor would be the one, no? Okay, Lich King armor inspired by... I'm not seeing anyone wearing it. This is actually life size? Chainmail fabric not included. Let me just search Lich King cosplay. It makes sense. That's what I... This is the same one, right? That helmet looks... Whoa! Dude. Yo! That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I won't lie. That's pretty cool. Frostmourne is like probably one of the coolest swords of all time. It probably is. I'm going to look into this. You spend $500 on a unmonetized stream to play every Blizzard game. Very, very good. All right, chat. It has been a very beautiful Goose Morning Live. I'm super proud today. We did an amazing job. It was beautiful. It was goose-tastic. It was everything I could have ever imagined. Hold on. I'm going to play us off. But before I do, as I do every week, I just want to say a huge shout out to you guys and to everyone who followed. We got some new followers. I'll be reading those. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Heck, I'm on Threads right now. Did you believe it? The second channel, Goose Morning TV, etc., etc. Let's play this off. Boom. Chat, I want to give a very special shout out to Rarest Sword with the brand new follow. Absolutely beautiful and goose-tastic. Russ Player 245 with the follow. Pumpkin Pluto with the follow. Tyrone Bigums 175. Absolutely love the name. Weezard, that's 2 E's, not an I, with the follow. Thank you so much. You're beautiful and goose-tastic. Twiton 47. You're beautiful and goose-tastic. We'd love to have you here. Chocolate Starfish. My goodness gracious. I have questions on that one. Rizomaniac KR. Thank you so much. You're beautifully goose-tastic. X underscore. God, chat. There. Where was I? Chocolate Starfish. X underscore Croson underscore X at the follow. Rob underscore Shadowman DLC. Mashulash underscore with the follow. You're beautiful and goose-tastic. We'd love to have you here. You're beautiful and goose-tastic. Ascendancy underscore Arcade with the follow. You Tobias, that lazy TV. M Carrera, Starkiller 5051 with the follow. Beautiful goose-tastic. We'd love to have you here. Lamo 1983, you're beautiful goose-tastic. We'd love to have you here. About time, cameraman, about time. Chub Scout with the follow. You're beautiful, you're goose-tastic. We'd love to have you here. You guys are awesome. You guys are beautiful. Thank you so much. We got first time chat. Peter Thomas 66, legend, absolute stunner, beautiful goose-tastic. We'd love to have you here. Yeah, we're gonna have to get camera guy to, make sure the camera has batteries. Okay, camera guy. Okay. Chat, thank you guys so much for another Goose-tastic stream. We're probably going to do a Goose Evening live tomorrow. We're going to probably do something crazy, okay? Because we got to get affiliate status. We got to make that happen. So thank you guys so much for joining the stream. No one is more beautiful than you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, you guys are awesome. I will catch you guys later. And now I'm going to go watch Deadpool and Wolverine. You guys stay beautiful. I'm going to eat your snacks. Stay tuned for Instagram. I'm going to post some pics. It's going to be beautiful. All right, guys. Cheers. Have a good one. Mwah!